more jewelry than the Queen of England.
So you like the idea?
We don't like it. We love it.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Great day to be alive on this Thursday, live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin in Brookfield. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, Wisconsin backer Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
Oh, it is a beautiful day to be live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Bradley Nortman, a longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Bradley?
Oh, I'm back in my old stomping grounds, boys.
That's
Brookfield.
right.
Yes, we got Brookfield Central down the road where I grew up in the other direction. It feels good, and it feels good to be back at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Seared in my memory is Ben Brust, jumping through sliding doors, knocking on every window.
Rolling under.
Rolling under. I mean, Ben Brust sees a playground when he sees the beautiful windows and doors of Wisconsin. It's a playground for your home.
So have all the great people that have come by Pella Windows and Doors, literally touching, feeling. I got sliding windows, entry doors. We have windows you can play with. Like, literally, let's take you through the whole gamut. And here's why you need to stop in or book today. Because today is the day to schedule your in-home consultation, either in person, we would love to see you, or over the phone or online. And when you do, you're going to be entered to win amazing prizes. I have my eyes on those amazing prizes right now. Whether you're upgrading windows or replacing doors, the showroom will let you see all of that. Plus, if you do schedule your consultation today, you are entered to win some amazing prizes that I am looking at. Ooh. You have Brewers tickets. You have ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day tailgate passes and Iowa-Wisconsin game tickets. State Fair tickets, Green Bay game tickets, along with our Tundra Trio homes that you can have great hospitality.
To the game in the Tundra Trio?
Yes, and all they have to do is call 855-PELLA-WI or visit PellaWI.com or stop in. You just have to schedule your consultation. Your consultation is free. It's a no-brainer. Don't wait, because it is an amazing company to work with and be a part of, and that is today, Thursday, July 10th, Pella's and Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Plus, if you schedule and complete your consultation by the end of the month, you'll get $2,000 off your project of $5,000 or more. So prizes, offers, Gina does it better than anybody in the entire world. Now, this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line. Less is more. You can see the beautiful showroom on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And when I think about Pella Windows, I think about something Willie and Tau said about whose Pella window is halfway open, quarter open. I want to know whose championship window is the most full open, right? Like, at the end of the day, we can do this on a scale, because the Bucks have leveraged future assets, right? They have waived Damian Lillard. They have some money that's going to be affected the cap, but like, they're doing things that seemingly to try and go all in with what they have.
They got Giannis.
The Packers have an offense that I think has a high upside, a defense that I'm skeptical of. We can get to your thoughts as well. And then you look at the Milwaukee Brewers, who I'm on a high right now. Even just talking with people here at Pella Windows and Doors, 53-40. Whose championship Pella window is open the most?
Oh, boy. I mean, the two that come to my mind immediately are the two you ended with, the Green Bay Packers and the Milwaukee Brewers.
That's
now,
bad.
even with all, well, it is, but it's just the unfortunate truth of the matter. Even though Giannis is the greatest player on planet Earth, they just don't have it. Their window is but cracked open, the Milwaukee Bucks. When it comes to the Brewers and the Packers, though, they start to have the ingredients that you look for in a championship team. For me, even though the Brewers are doing so well, they're so hot, and they have certain elements that some of those other championship runs that they've had, they didn't have, like a starting pitching cast, I think it's the Green Bay Packers, and here's why. First of all, you have a top-tier coach, and you have an ascending quarterback one in Jordan Love, who I still think he has affirmed himself as being a good to very good quarterback. I think he can be great. You've got a well-balanced young group, and it's just the mechanics of the NFL. It is any given Sunday. It is a one game over the course of several weeks in the playoffs. The Packers are a playoff team. There's no doubt about that. So if and when they get into the playoffs, we have seen runs of even underdogs go and make it to the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. So just because I wouldn't want to use easier to make a run, but upsets are more likely in the NFL than they are in Major League Baseball. I mean, the Milwaukee Brewers, what they did to the LA Dodgers, sweeping them at home, that is something to be, to commend them for. But to consistently beat top-tier teams that have a payroll 3 times yours over a 7-game series, that's just a lot. So for me, the Green Bay Packers is about 75% open. Milwaukee Brewers is probably 50 to 60. The Milwaukee Bucks is probably at 10% open, but a crack.
Yeah.
Only because of Giannis's fingers and his own strength holding the window open.
Yeah, so, Brad, you know what? I love the fact that we can actually have a conversation about championship windows because a lot of places can't talk about championship windows. But here in Wisconsin, we can. And how much I do agree, the Packers championship window is wide open. I'm with Ben. I'm riding on cloud 1,000 right now with my Milwaukee Brewers. Now, I know I'm in for a fun summer, and I'm not going to get 2 feet in. And I don't want my heart to get broken. And I understand the Milwaukee Brewers don't, we don't have the highest payroll. I remember Pat Murphy went on. He was honest. He said, listen, guys, I'm going to go with my guys in the locker room. We didn't sign anybody. We reduced our payroll from last season to this season. So nobody should really believe in us, but I believe in the guys in the locker room, and so do I. As Kyle Wallace, I believe that the Brewers have the biggest championship window that is absolutely open. And one thing about baseball, it seems like teams can break through, right? Teams that are good but weren't the best team all year find a way to break through. We've seen the Nationals do it. You saw the Diamondbacks get to the World Series as well. Mm-hmm. You see teams kind of get hot at the right time and make a run to the World Series. And when I look at this Brewers team, they're top 10 in total team ERA, but then on top of that, they're top 2 in stolen bases. They're top 10 of runs scored as well overall for this season. Batting average is right there in the middle. What we've seen of late is you're seeing Milwaukee Brewers be one of the hottest teams in baseball, and you saw Jeff Passan of ESPN join Wilde and Tausch earlier this week and even make a statement saying the Milwaukee Brewers are one big bat away. So for
being
me,
World Series
contenders. But for me, when I think about championship windows being open, what this team has done this year is they started slow and they progressed and got better. And they're not a juggernaut by any means, but beating down on the L.A. Dodgers the way they did, allowing them to score 4 runs in 3 games with that type of offense, regardless of who's not playing, is extremely impressive. And what Jacob Mizorowski has showed me and what Brandon Woodruff did coming back, what this offense has done. Even yesterday, Jackson Chourio stepping up to the plate, driving in a run just like that.
Don't forget he was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts before that moment.
The Milwaukee Brewers have the spunk. They have mentality, and they also have the experience. One thing that Brad, is that they have. Listen, most guys on this roster were on the team last year when they lost. Well, they're not offensively. I know some of the pitching staff has changed. But offensively, a lot of these guys were on the roster when they had that heartbreak in the playoffs. Christian Yelich has been in the playoffs before. So overall, when I look at this team, all it takes is for them to get hot. And right now, they are one of the hottest teams in baseball. If they go into September, if they go into October playing the best baseball of the year, they absolutely have an opportunity to win a World Series. That's why their window is wide open. It's more wide open than the Green Bay Packers right now. I have more confidence in the Brewers right now the way they're playing.
Wow.
I mean, they're playing exceptionally well.
They really are playing exceptionally well.
Yeah, they are. But at the end of the day, I am an odds guy, and the odds would say that it's stacked against the Milwaukee Brewers to do it. Now, do I believe in them? Yes. But from a how hard it is to win a 7-game series and to win that. I mean, the 3-game series in the wild card. I mean, just like that. That's the hard.
That's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking because you're right there, and then you move on, then you get more opportunities to show what your team's about. If the Packers, and they're plus 2,000 to win a Super Bowl, if the Packers have the season that I think we've all been talking about they have the potential to do, if Jordan Love in year 3 can put it all together and stay healthy, if a wide receiver like Matthew Golden or Jaden Reed or anybody can step up and really take the reins as be go-to guys, and if other guys are crying, I don't care, because that means you've figured out who are your guys you can go to. With an offensive line that you've spent a lot of money in and resources in, and Josh Jacobs. The defense under Jeff Hafley. You signed a kicker so you're not shaking every time they're kicking an extra point or a field goal late in the game.
That was stressful.
They have an opportunity, despite the flaws that keep me scared. If they can retake the division, that puts them in a whole different conversation. And there's some things up in the air, in my opinion, in this division. J.J. McCarthy, what the heck is he going to be? The Bears are going to Bears. And believe it or not, I know the Lions have more talent.
They ain't winning 15 games.
But what does it look like with your Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn gone and Dan Campbell trying to hire within to make the team churn and burn like they have the last couple years? So there's just – I'm not saying that the Lions are bad. I'm just saying there's more variables that give the Packers an opportunity to win the division. If you win the division, then you're not looking at being a 7 seed in the wild card that they've been the last 2 seasons. That means you're going on the road, playing a 2 seed right away. They've had to go that route. So the potential that the Packers have lead me to saying it is the Green Bay Packers, because the one-and-done scenario, right? If Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders can get to an NFC Championship game, then a third-year Jordan Love and a tenured head coach like Matt LaFleur, who's been to 2 NFC Championship games, also could do that, which is why I think the window is most open for the Green Bay Packers. Then I would go Brewers, then I would go Bucks, and I think that's the only correct answer, but Kyle disgrace.
I'm just saying, the Kansas City Royals. Who would have thought 15 years ago?
15 years ago?
No, I'm saying 15 years ago, because the Royals ended up winning, 10 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, 10.
Who would have thought the lowly Kansas City Royals would go on to win a World Series? Who would have thought the Texas Rangers were going to go to a World Series? Who would have thought the Tampa Bay Rays were going to go to the World Series? Who would have thought the Arizona Diamondbacks were going to go to a World Series? All I'm saying, the Cleveland Indians, we can keep going on and on. All I'm saying that our time can come. Will it come this year? I don't know, but I'm convinced that the window is wide open. They had to face adversity and have come out on the other side better. Starting on Monday, had you asked any of us if the Brewers were going to sweep the Dodgers, we all would have said, heck no. Had we been thinking about going into the All-Star break back in April, would the Brewers only be a game and a half back with only 1 series left before the All-Star break? You'd probably say, nah, nope. But they, against all odds, look at them. They're shining right through. So
Speaking of those Milwaukee Brewers, I ran into the captain of our Brewers math ship, and he is booked for All-Star break.
Yes.
So on Monday, or likely Monday or Wednesday, because we have our ESPN Milwaukee Open, I need all of the people on the Brewers math getting to 84 wins, getting to the division, getting to the playoffs, getting us a picture of what the seas are like as our captain takes our sailboat through the gusty gale force winds that aren't as forceful right now. They are just making their own path on that sailboat.
It's smooth sailing, but you know what? We find ourselves on a beautiful new island. It's time to chart a new path with new expectations. I can't wait for our captain and commander to put us back on the right course. But when it comes to this conversation, my last thought about this, as I've heard you guys talk, is the Brewers are playing kind of their best baseball right now. And even with that, it's still sort of a razor-thin margin between the best Brewer baseball and some of the best teams in the MLB. They're playing with them, but still tight games. For the Green Bay Packers, there were so many moments last year where it just didn't even feel like they were scratching the surface of how good they can be. The only glimpse of it we saw was that magical run with Jordan Love at the end of 2023. I think if the Green Bay Packers play their best football, they can beat any team in the NFL, for sure. If the Milwaukee Brewers are playing their best baseball, it's still a coin flip to be able to beat a team like the LA Dodgers.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Liz says more. Let us know whose championship window is most open, the Brewers, the Bucks, or the Packers. But that being said, we're going to be blessed to be joined by Gina Della from Pella coming up next, live from the Pella showroom here in Brookfield. And why you need to stop by and set your in-home consultation either in person, over the phone, or online is you're entered to win amazing prizes. Brewers tickets, ESPN Wisconsin College game day tailgate passes with tickets to Iowa versus Wisconsin, State Fair tickets, Green Bay game tickets, along with hospitality tickets at our wonderful houses in Green Bay. Plus, if you schedule and complete your consultation by July 31st, you're going to get $2,000 off your project of $5,000 or more, and Pella can work with you to work within any budget. So get here in person in Brookfield, or if you're not able to get here, maybe you're in Madison, Beaver Dam, anywhere in the state, you can still go to PellaWI.com or call 855-PELLA-WI. Too many great prizes, too many great offers that you should not pass up. Man, Gina, every time she's on, is a content electric.
Oh, I can't wait. Buckle up.
Gina Della from Pella in the flesh, live from the Pella showroom. It's Kyle, Brust, Nortman. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is
Dirty
negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
People need people, whether in Junior Achievements BizTown, where students work together to run a city, or in the real world, where blood donors can help save lives. Join Junior Achievement of Wisconsin and Versity for a mobile blood drive on Tuesday, July 15th from 2 to 6:30 p.m. at JA's headquarters near Highway 100 and Good Hope Road. While you're there, tour Jim's JA BizTown, where students take on real-world roles like CEO, banker, and mayor, learning how communities thrive through teamwork and leadership. Sign up today at wisconsin.ja.org.
Drive a clean car every day. Tsunami Express Car Wash makes driving in style simple with unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Become a member and enjoy premium fast lane access, free vacuums, and powerful tire air, all included in your membership. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, it's easier than ever to get a winning wash with Milwaukee's favorite car wash team. Sign up and score big at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
What's the best place to shop this summer? Macy's. It's our first ever Star Deals Week. 6 full days of store-wide savings on everything you want. From shorts and swim to fine jewelry, all up to 50% off. Plus, home updates from Hotel Collection, Green Pan, and more, up to 60% off. Not only that, shop Macy's.com for new flash deals every day that everyone will love. No membership required. So don't miss Star Deals Week and Sunday at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside iced tea and vodka and Surfside lemonade and vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
From the Pella Windows and Doors Experience Center in Brookfield, it is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Today is the day. Today is the day to book your consultation, your in-home consultation, either in person. You can come see us at the Brookfield Center. If you're listening anywhere in Wisconsin, you know where to go, 855-PELLA-WI or PELLAWI.com, because if you do so today, you have a chance to win amazing prizes. And I don't just say that because I'm looking at them. It is Brewers tickets. It is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day passes to our tailgate. It's amazing. With game tickets, Iowa versus Wisconsin, State Fair tickets, and then 50-yard line, I'm hearing, Green Bay game tickets, and then our great hospitality, premium hospitality, right in the shadow of Lambeau Field. Plus, if you schedule and complete that consultation by July 31st, one of you are going to get $2,000 off a project of $5,000 or more. Plus, with the financing offers that they have, I mean, this is a no-brainer. So 855-PELLA-WI or PELLAWI.com. With that being said, what a pleasure to see the sleek, as old T would say, Gina Della from Pella in the flesh on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
That never gets old. Am I allowed to say that? Oh, sleek, sleek, sleek.
Sleek, sleek, sleek. Love sleek.
I think everyone would like to be called
la, la,
sleek.
la, la. Sleek, sleek, sleek.
KB, la, la, la.
KB, sleek, sleek, sleek.
Yeah, so you're calling us sleek.
Yeah, we are.
We each get a sleek. Sleek, sleek, sleek.
Yeah.
Now, of the shows across ESPN Wisconsin that you've been on today, please rank your favorites.
I knew this was going to happen, and as I mentioned this morning, I am Switzerland.
Oh, boo.
No.
We all know you have a favorite child. He's standing here right now in front of us.
Oh, that's your favorite?
Oh, look at he's disgusting. We talked a lot about him this morning. He shook his head so much like a weeble wobble, but it won't fall down.
Whoa. Stop shaking that head. Why is he so embarrassed? Everybody loves being the favorite child.
Yeah, that's right.
Alex, I did not say his favorite. You are 50-50.
Oh, see, but the way she said that, you can hear the inflection in her voice.
Good gravy.
Alex must be the older child.
He is.
I mean, you can't help it. That's the baby.
youngest is the baby.
Yeah, the youngest always has a little bit of.
He's a little itty-bitty baby.
He's still the baby.
He's blushing.
Look at the cheeks.
The blushing baby boy.
Oh, yeah.
Austin Jean, the love machine.
Austin Jean, the love machine.
And then he became a Bears fan, so you had to show him even more love. Because
that is true.
Because he's got a broken heart.
Yeah.
Gina.
On that note.
Don't know whatever's going to come out of your mouth next, because
Correct.
that's what we love having you on for. And you're going to stay Switzerland on our question here. But we just talked about all the amazing things going on here. Not just the prizing, but Pella Windows and Doors Experience Center. What can people learn here that they can't learn anywhere else in the world?
I don't know if we've talked about this before. I might educate you guys.
Okay.
The person who designed, the psychologist who designed the Apple stores
wow.
is the person who designed all of our experience centers
No
across
way.
the country.
Wow.
So there truly is a psychology behind coming in here, and it is very cool. Every single thing is full size for you, those of you who need to visualize or can't visualize like me.
I got to touch, I got to feel.
Yeah. We saw you touch, feel, right?
Have you
Brad?
ever seen
touch and feel windows and doors. Touch and feel windows and doors.
Have you ever?
Have we had an FCC violation yet when I've been a guest?
No,
until today.
Okay, so far so good.
Yeah, touching and feeling. You can do all that you want.
Right, touch. It's a tablecloth.
Have you seen anybody else interact with the doors and windows in the way Ben did when we visited?
It was a one-time event.
That-
Spectacular.
I actually take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
It is.
Ben's like the kid that can't help himself.
Correct.
He's just drawn to the thing, and the things here are the windows and doors.
Open up the window,
know
walk
they
through
were
it, close the door.
adult child-proof.
Yes, exactly right. And actually, my daughter spends time looking out the front window that we replaced to look at all the people walking by.
That's so cute. We need a picture of that.
Is it? We do need a picture.
I will snap one when I'm home mowing the grass, and my fiance will get one of her looking out at me mowing the grass.
Perfect.
Gina, of all your Wisconsin sports teams, you are heard and seen everywhere. What is your favorite venue to go to? Is it Fiserv Forum? Is it Lambeau Field? Is it Camp Randall? You do make time to go to, like, every now and again you pop up. What's your favorite place to go to?
I honestly love the Tundra Trio.
Oh, so you didn't even say Lambeau Field. You love what Good Karma Brands puts on, which is one of the prizes where it's all you can eat, all you can drink, a premium package if you set your consultation today.
Yes.
I got to give people a call.
You don't understand until you've gone to the Tundra Trio, right? I mean, I was lucky enough to be invited on a Monday night football night there at the Tundra Trio, and Thursday night. It's pretty cool, everybody.
You've been in a suite at Fiserv Forum. I'm sure you've been to a suite at Lambeau Field, and you're choosing an outdoor tailgate?
Well, not in the middle of winter, but I do like the Detroit game opening day, September 7th, Tundra. To go to the Tundra Trio, because our Packer tickets that you can win by booking your appointment today, anytime up until July 31st, booking it today, is game of your choice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. There's some really, really good home
The home
games.
schedule is amazing.
Really good home
The home
games.
schedule is amazing. The schedule is amazing for the Green Bay Packers. And your son and I love the Milwaukee Brewers. Do you watch the Brewers with him?
Oh, absolutely.
What's he like?
Yeah, I
when he
want to
watches the
know.
Brewers?
I want to know. I know.
Stressed?
I want everyone in the audience to think about the biggest Brewers fan they know in their life, because I want to understand. I want you to understand how crazy this son is.
He doesn't bet on his own team, so that makes it easier. He just already is stressful watching the Brewers.
I love that she knows that her 30-year-old son doesn't bet on his own teams. Potawatomi sportsbooks get a lot of bets on the Brewers, but he emotionally can't do it. How many things did he break watching sports growing up in your life?
No. He's actually very good. He gets stressed out, which you know this. He gets stressed out, then he has to leave the location for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Decompress.
Yes. You've seen it. And then he comes back. He might have a gin cocktail in his hand, perhaps.
What team was most likely to bring him to tears as a kid? Because I cried over the Packers. I cried over the Packers. So what team?
Kyle
was it?
cries every year.
Yeah, it's true. So
that
what team?
bedroom had a fat head of Bears, light switch, his betting, which, by the way, I
His
told you to
betting
run
was Chicago Bears?
everything was the Bears.
Oh,
how many times did he wet that
His
bed?
little training pants were the Bears. No.
He did the right thing in those pants.
I would listen. If my son decides or my daughter decides to be a fan of a team I don't like, they could be a fan, but I'm not investing in anything.
Yeah, they get. Well, here's the thing.
It was family. It wasn't me.
But here's the thing: it's like it's torture. You as a parent could have helped him from all the pain that he's endured being a Bear fan.
It's my fault. I drank one glass of wine when he was in the womb. It's my fault.
Just one?
I'm telling everybody.
Just one?
Just one. I'm giving. It's a public service announcement. And I'm still not over. By the way, I need to just talk to you, Kyle, about the birthday party when it's the kid's birthday and it's everybody gets to celebrate. I'm still not over that. We need to revisit that at some point.
That is disturbing.
It won't be happening in the Wallace household. You know that.
No.
If anybody tried to sing happy birthday at my house for my kid, I'm saying, stop it. It's for him, not for you.
How do you know it's going to be him?
Or for her.
Oh, calling a shot.
Okay, so Kyle wants a boy, and he's not going to be happy with a girl.
No, whoa. I will be more than happy with the girl, but I do want to have the Wallace legacy live on through the last name.
So, in a world where you have 3 girls, would you go for a 4th?
Wow.
I will have one of them genetically modified babies. I'm going to tell, listen, Doc, we're going to have to just do some scientific stuff here. Just get the Ys. I just want the Ys. I don't want them X's. I want the Y. I got enough X's.
Just talk to ChatGPT.
He does have enough. Yeah. He does have enough X's. We can tell you that much.
Oh,
wow.
You know what? Again, they're always so mean to you,
so
Kyle.
I'm a taken man now. I'm engaged.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Wait. Did you just kiss a taken man?
I did.
A little kiss to show me love.
I
That's for me
did.
and baby girl.
Oh.
So all the past doesn't matter. It's only about the future.
Wow.
Oh,
Powerful.
Wow.
Gina Della from Pella joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Yes,
I got to ask you, so Ben has his fiance's birthday party this weekend.
Oh.
You should ask him what he plans to do for her birthday party. Tell me if you think this would meet your expectations.
Oh, this is going to be frustrating, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Great expectations already, Gina.
Liz, I feel like I needed to be told this much sooner than on Thursday. What's happening?
Come on, tell her, Ben. Tell her all the great ideas. It's all the big party that you're having for us.
So it was supposed to be a surprise, and then there's no getting a surprise by her. So one of her friends kind of told her something was going on this Saturday, which is fine. And then we were at Summerfest. Maybe I had a little too many things in my system, and I let her know that there was going to be a hibachi for her 30th birthday. And then
what restaurant?
She said, so when is the hibachi coming over? Like this was yesterday. And I said, I'm the hibachi. I have a Blackstone, so I'm going to be doing the hibachi.
Exactly.
He's grilling for her 30th birthday party.
And how
cooking out.
And how will you complete the spectacle? What did you order?
What do you mean, what did I order?
So
I got the hibachi outfit on Amazon. I'm going to wear the whole outfit, and it's going to be fun.
Is this for her or you?
So there is an there's Elm Grove very close from here. There's a party shop. So I hope she's not listening.
A party shop?
Yeah, I'm going to go get like customized happy birthday plates and knives and forks and napkins and cups.
What do you mean
There is
personalized?
still
Balloons.
time. There is still time.
Wait.
To change the plan?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. You don't want me to do the grill it up? I mean, I already have the meats picked out, the vegetables, the yum sauce I'm going to make. I'm going to have some teriyaki. We're going to have a grand old time.
Gina, if you were in attendance at this party, would you eat what Ben made?
Okay, now we're going too far.
I would.
Oh, you're too sweet.
I
That's just
would.
too big of a heart.
The fun of hibachi is the entertainment that comes with it.
Yeah, can you flip the
the shrimp
the
and-
egg and catch it?
The shrimp in the pocket, I've been working on the whole last week.
What about the
You started the Bible?
No.
Got him.
But I'm going to
That's
try.
so Ben's confidence level. I don't need to practice.
Yeah, I got
He
this.
hasn't practiced. He has the Blackstone. He doesn't have chairs set out so people can actually entertain. We told the North Shore Fire Department to be on speed dial just in case they need to
I found a table and extra chairs.
Okay.
Oh,
So
my
I'll
God.
work
Do
on
you
that.
need any of my tables or chairs?
Here?
No, at home. I can help you.
No, I
feel
got this. I got
concerned.
this. I got
feel
this.
concerned.
Oh, my.
Yeah, everyone feels concerned.
Yes.
Nobody believes in me.
Happy 30th,
You haven't
Liz.
given us a
The only person who told me
Yeah.
he believes in me is Greg Scalzo, who used to be on the air
He has
and
no
joins
choice.
us
Was
by
it
Did he have things
sarcastic?
in his system when you asked him?
Had to be sarcastic.
The text message read as follows.
Oh, he has documentation.
Oh, yeah.
How many
probably
people are
specified.
coming Saturday? Blank is questioning your ability to pull this off, and I am defending you.
Blank.
Yeah, I don't want to put that
Am I
person
sitting
on blast.
next to Blank?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, all of you are
Fill
blanks
in our
as well,
name, yes.
because Brad,
Yeah,
my
very
fiance,
little
Kyle,
Somebody-
Gina, everyone looking at me right now.
Somebody who knows Ben very well, I'm sure, is
we're
blank.
all blank.
I said I have ChatGPT to make sure I don't miss any details, and he said I'm a believer.
Wow.
He
There's
has
still
no
the
choice.
execution part.
Right,
ChatGPT isn't
can't
going to
put the
ding, ding, ding,
shrimp
ding,
in
ding.
it.
Look. The hibachi side of thing is less important to her. She wants it to look. When I go to this store, I'm going to buy the whole store, and I'm going to drum up the whole backyard. I got a speaker system for this. We're going to have music.
Wow.
Like, guys, I can. Before the end of the segment, I believe that Ben can pull it off.
I do not believe Ben can pull it off.
I'm not answering.
Ben will pull it off.
Yes, you know I will, Bradley.
He just will. He won't be put in a position to be defeated.
Pull it off. He wants.
I don't know if it'll be great, but it'll happen.
Well, it's going to happen. I think we all agree it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Once. She only gets one opportunity, and this is what she has: is her future husband dressing.
Billy in Sussex says we need video for
Like
sure,
it's
so we can
Halloween.
judge your hibachi skills.
Oh,
I'll set up the camera.
And not AI mangled. It has to be you.
No, this will be me. Ding, 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 ding.
Me.
For her.
I'm wearing the hibachi suit. Yeah.
Gina Della from Pella, you're the absolute best, except for the fact you don't believe I can pull this off. Raffles happening. Brewers tickets ESPN Wisconsin College game day tickets and passes, State Fair, Green Bay football tickets on the 50-yard line with a hospitality beforehand that's private, all you can eat and drink. You literally got it all if you schedule your consultation in person here in Brookfield Pella showroom, over the phone, 855-PELLA-WI. That's 855 Pella WI, or go to PellaWI.com. And one lucky person, if you schedule and complete the consultation by July 31st, will get $2,000 off their project of $5,000 or more. And I can speak from experience of talking about the windows that Pella Windows and Doors put in my house, plus the front door. That's been amazing, keeping the air in. My We Energies bill, or if you're Madison Gas and Electric, or whatever your bill is, wherever you're listening, it does make a difference. Plus, your home value goes up. I could go on for days. Gina, you're the best. Thank you for having us here.
You are an amazing endorser. I don't know about the hibachi situation this Saturday, but gal, I just love you. You do such a great job.
Well, just trust me like you trust me with Pella that I'm going to pull off this 30th birthday party.
Now that's a lie.
Are we picking a winner quick?
Oh, yeah, pick a winner.
Let's pick one right now.
Brewers
This
tickets?
will
What do you
be
think?
What prize? What prize are we
The
doing?
4 Brewers tickets.
Oh, by the way, what I
Brewers
failed to
tickets.
mention is there is a cribbage board from the Milwaukee Brewers that are selling for like $200 on the black market. Not the black market, but just like online. And that is going to be given away as well. So get your consultation at PellaWI.com.
And the Jackson Cheerio bobblehead goes with the coveted cribbage
Which you
board.
thought his name was Jedi Jackson.
I know.
Jedi Jackson.
Austin, how do you pronounce this? Jedi? Okay, so the winner of the 4 Brewers tickets is Eric Burmeister.
Eric!
And it looks like it's a 920 number, so.
All right.
Yay, Eric, congratulations.
Burmeister.
Get your consultation. Win a sweet prize here at Pella Windows and Doors, Wisconsin. Gina, we're here till 5 o'clock. Hopefully see you all throughout the day.
Thank you, guys.
More Kyle, Brust, and Nortman next. Whose Pella Window Championship window is most open? On Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Top 5 of my guys throughout my career. Of
Just
covering
one
guys.
below me. I was just putting myself in the ranking.
He loves himself.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is up next July 17th through the 20th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Real Estate Services, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us today at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, make me over. I'm all I wanna be.
Oh, it's a Thursday. That means the weekend is almost here. When I think about a Thursday, a thirsty Thursday, I think about carbless. In fact, right when I walked in, talked to Gina, and Gina said, "Oh, I love those carblesses just like you." Everybody loves carbless. Doesn't matter who you are, you taste it and you know that this is your new go-to ready-to-drink cocktail. It's because everything I'm looking for comes in that carbless can. It's something that I can trust. The ingredients, everything they put into it is thought out and something that I can trust when I put it into my body. Makes it a guilt-free experience. 100 calories, no carbs, no sugar, no gluten, and that carbonation is just the perfect amount to quench that taste you're looking for, but not so much to overwhelm your stomach. Not only that, boy oh boy, there is a flavor for everybody. Margaritas and classic cocktails, fruit flavors like the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack, mango, watermelon. There are so many. When you turn down that aisle and you see all those beautiful carblesses and all the flavors, go ahead and try each one. You'd be amazed how unbelievable they are. Still some people I talk to trying it for the first time, unbelievably might I add, and they say, "I don't even believe I waited this long to have a carbless." Don't wait any longer. Enjoy a carbless. Discover why less is more with carbless.
Live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin showroom in Brookfield, it is your chance to win great prizes by getting your consultation. Go to PellaWI.com, book the consultation. You have a chance to win Green Bay game tickets and a tailgate beforehand. That is amazing. Plus, we got a cribbage board here. All you got to do is get your consultation, which is free. Get it with Gina and their team.
The jersey, though.
The jersey's been given away.
Oh, somebody got the jersey?
Yeah.
That's a game-worn
Christian Yellow jersey.
Oh, my gosh. When they picking it up? Because it might,
well, easy.
My finger's a little sticky today. A little sticky.
I was going to say, with all these prizes, it's a dang shame that we're excluded from this because I would love to go to a Green Bay game or this cribbage board, the Wisconsin game. I'll be at that tailgate, of course. So lots here at Pella Windows and Doors.
I do want to go back to yesterday before we get to today's poll, because this to me is absolutely shocking. Not the results of the first two, but the results of the last two. Who is the best coach/manager in the state of Wisconsin? That was on the Kyle Brust Nortman Twitter X feed. Matt LaFleur, 35%.
Okay.
Brewers Magic has people feeling a little yummy inside. Pat Murphy, 61%.
61.
That's a drubbing. That's a runaway. It wasn't even close.
Doc
4 people.
Rivers.
Some quick math. There's still some meat on that bone.
Barely.
1% for Doc Rivers.
Okay, someone gave him a little pity.
Luke Fickell.
Too high. He should be
3% of the vote. The guy with an NBA championship has less votes than the guy who took Cincinnati to the college football playoff and has gotten the Badgers out of a bowl game.
Those must have been. I love Wisconsin.
Misclicks?
That's either a misclick, fat thumbs, or just playing a joke, or you're just a rabid Badger fan. That is just absolutely.
If you're a rabid Badger fan, you should be hating where we're at right now.
That's true.
Well, there are reports that the culture is in a better place and that they have the players in the locker room. Now, I'm not saying this is going to equate to wins, but it is starting to give me something to look forward to until I turn my TV off because the product's just as bad.
I don't know if this is actual report because I kind of feel the same way, Ben. It's midsummer, fall's just around the corner, that glimmer of hope and optimism. Maybe they can get 6 wins. Maybe we can get 6 wins this year.
All right, my jaw just hit the floor. Ben's talking about, the culture is better. Doesn't mean it's going to equate to wins. And Brad is over here talking about maybe they could get 6 wins. What is happening? 6 wins?
Sorry that we're sick of your negativity about all the Wisconsin sports teams you claim to love.
I know I do love them, but I'm telling you, that's the culture doesn't equate to wins. All I care about, you can have the worst culture in the world. If you win 10 games, I'm still celebrating. I'm still cheering Sweet Caroline. I'm still doing jump around fourth quarter. Nowadays, people only go to the Badger games because how bad they are to jump around and leave.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The party's at the front end, that's for sure.
Today we have whose Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin window of championship opportunity is open the most? The Bucks 5%.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Right.
The Brewers 33%.
Okay.
And the Packers at 62%. Brad and I were on the Packers. Kyle is on the Brewers.
Yeah.
Full-time Billy. Part-time Will turned full-time Will turned Billy today.
What's the name? Billy the kid. For what?
William goes to Bill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Billy boy, what do you think?
I mean, wait a minute. Doesn't he have to tell you that he goes by Bill?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, full-time Will.
He didn't choose to go part-time Will. He didn't choose to be called full-time Will.
He's still Will.
He's
Can't
Billy.
give yourself your
Billy,
own
what do you got?
nicknames. I like the Bucks here. I mean, we just saw a team in the Indiana Pacers who weren't favored to go anywhere, go to the finals, and when you have the best player in the league,
Billy,
is this supposed to be a scalding
is this a satire?
No, I want Will back because Billy
where's
sucks.
Billy? Did you actually believe that, Will?
yes.
No. That
Come
was Billy.
on.
That wasn't Will.
That was Billy.
What does Will full-time Will believe?
Ron and the Key does chime in on the Carbless Talking text line. Brust only has rose-colored glasses about one team. That's his only blind spot is Badger football.
I understand it, though.
But, it's true. It is true that I'll find because, I love it so much that I'll find any reason to give myself optimism that it's not going to be as bad as I'm actually anticipating. Rose-colored glasses, hand up, will fully admit it. Even though I know in my heart of hearts they're probably going to stink, I'm finding every reason for them not to stink as bad as I think they're going to stink.
Quarterback's
That's the fan mentality.
That's about
the fan mentality.
And the good running backs.
Yeah. That's
great.
about it.
Yeah,
Some
D-line,
decent
man. I
linemen.
will see that.
So I'm excited for this. So there is a pitching guru, founder of Pitching Ninja.
Oh.
Rob Friedman's going to join us at 3 o'clock to break down Jacob Mizorowski. 600,000 followers on Instagram. The Brewers have been collaborating with him. So if you see some of those cool, like if you see a Jacob Mizorowski fastball and then a Jacob Mizorowski slider, and then the next video is the overlay of a release in which the ball looks like it's in the same spot halfway down the plate just as it releases his hands, and then the slider goes left and the fastball goes a little straight. He can break it down like nobody I've ever seen. He's joining us at 3 o'clock, so we want to get to him on time. So with that, it is time for Over-Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. So let's go caller 6 and caller 9 for Over-Under. 800-990-3776. Billy is going to give you a category and an over-under. If you're caller 6, you get to choose whether you believe in us or if you don't. If you're caller 9, you're stuck on the other side. Billy, what are you thinking of the category today and over-under? Do you think you're confident what you put together?
Yeah, I'm confident. It's an interesting one. It's relevant. I'm curious to see how you guys do. I've been asking a lot of people at the office what they think you guys are going to get, and
Ain't
I'm
nobody
interested.
at the office. He over here lying.
Wait, what does the office think?
I think he asked one person. I think it was Ashton Rodman. 800-990-3776. Caller 6, caller 9 for one of our favorite games, over-under. That's 800-990-3776. Live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Here's the worst thing that happened about Brad Nortman producing Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and is Kyle, you know what's going to happen? He's going to have so much like softness in his heart for producers.
I lost a guy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You really want a summer of entertainment?
My job to win a World Series is my job to provide a summer of entertainment.
Be careful what you wish for.
Struck him out looking. Ball game over. It's a grand slam. Dives. He caught it. Struck him out looking. Oh, my goodness. Christian Yelich. Mizorowski. Sal Freeling. Trevor McGill.
Everything Brew Crew lives right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh. You know owning a home is one of the best investments you can make, but keeping it comfortable, energy efficient, and looking great, that takes a little extra work. But this summer, Universal Windows Direct is making it easy to finally tackle that project with an offer you can't pass up. Right now, you get to choose your offer. Pick the one that works for you. Payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the podcast, Marcus and Chris are joined by Bucks beat reporter Jim Ozarski. Find Here District now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards. They're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel. It's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Bill didn't tell me by what. Are we up?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Let's roll.
Live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Brookfield before we get to Rob Friedman, pitching ninja to talk a little Miz. It is time for Over Under. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, UKBN Nation with us. Will, time for you to take over. Who are our contestants and what is our category and Over Under?
So caller number 6 was Ty, and he took the under. Caller number 9 was K-Walk, and he's on the over. And our category today is the last 10 Brewers pitchers to make an All-Star team. The over-under is set at 8.5.
Last 10 pitchers to make an All-Star game?
Oh, that should be
Brewers pitchers.
What was the over-under?
8.5?
8.5.
Damn. 8.5. That means you're going to can't miss one.
We can miss one.
All right.
All right.
Let's rock and roll.
All right, you guys ready?
Woodruff.
We'll slow down. Yeah, start the clock whenever you're ready.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Start in order. Freddie Peralta. Final answer.
And McGill just got named. That counts,
So does
right?
that count?
Yes. Trevor McGill final.
Corbin Burns.
Well, slow down. What are the years, Will? You gotta help. You gotta do this thing right.
McGill and Freddie Peralta, 2025.
Freddie, any other years?
2021, but it only counts as one.
Yeah, I get that, but I want.
Yeah.
We wasting our time right now.
Okay, all right, go. Well, he's got to know how to play the game.
Corbin Burns.
Final.
Corbin Burns, 2023, 22, and 21.
We just found out Brandon Woodruff. Didn't he make an All-Star?
Yeah, he's made an All-Star
Yeah,
game.
Brandon Woodruff final answer.
In 21 and 2019.
How about Josh Hader?
I was going to say Hader final.
In 22, 21, 19, and 18.
Devin Williams final answer.
23 and 22.
Where are we at?
We have 6 correct.
4, 5, 6.
So we need to get 3 out of 4 here.
All right, so now we have to go.
Like how far back?
Garza.
Yeah,
No.
like Giovanni Gallardo.
Yo made one.
But that's pretty far back.
Is there? We had Hader in 18.
Gallardo would be before
Who was it? Not Axford. Did John Axford make one? Who was another closer for the Brewers?
Didn't Gagne? But that's like
I don't think
like
Aaron
08.
Gagne made it with the Brewers.
Yeah.
But who was the closer after John Axford? What's the guy? Not Will Smith, which he might have made one, but the closer that the Brewers just had before, like 2 closers ago. He was from Houston.
It was Hader.
No, before Hader.
Before Hader?
Or maybe it was right after Hader.
Well, it was Hader, Williams.
Well, who was before Hader?
Did Jeffers make an All-Star game in 18?
I think he did.
He might have.
Jeffers final.
Did make one in 18.
Oh.
What a poll.
Wow.
What a poll. All right,
only
we need
All-Star
2
game.
out of 3.
What's the closer's name that the Brewers
1
had
minute
recently? I think they got him in a trade with the Astros.
I do know who you're talking about.
We'll start describing him.
He was tall. Tall.
Black, white
guy. Oh, you have no idea who he is.
I don't.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to help
Will
Brad's
Smith-
memory.
I'm
Because once we go past 18, I started here in 17. That's when I started really getting into Brewers.
yeah.
His name starts with a C, I feel, or his last name starts with a C.
Anyone else that we could throw out while he's stuck on there? Because we still need 2.
I think Giovanni Gallardo.
30 seconds.
Final answer.
In 2010.
Okay, so anywhere in 2010 and 17.
I can't think of this closer's name.
Or 08. You can try 08.
Was CeCe Sabathia in 08?
No, because he was trade deadline.
What about Zach Greinke then?
Zach Greinke.
Greinke final.
10, 9.
Okay, we have one more guess.
8.
I can't think of this.
7.
Matt Garza?
6.
No.
5. 4.
Ben Sheets.
3.
John Axford.
2.
John Axford final.
1.
What is that closer's name?
Corey Knebel.
Corey Knebel.
Oh, jeez. I haven't heard that name.
I was just a C. I did C.
So
Did you
long.
say it starts with a C?
Yeah. I think the first name or last name. He's on the list, isn't he?
Yep, he
Yes.
is number 7 or number 8.
What year was that?
2017. You guys also
Yeah.
missed Francisco Rodriguez, who won in 15 and 14.
Frankie.
And then just missing the top 10 was Trevor Hoffman in 09, Ben Sheets, he made it 4 years, and Francisco Cordero in 07 was number 13.
Man.
It's a bad. Oh, man. Good thing I didn't have the Carlos talking text line up because I would have been able to cheat our way
Yep.
in there. thanks to Chris.
Corey Knebel.
Wow.
I couldn't remember.
That is a blast from the past.
I saw him, but I couldn't remember.
In 2 minutes, we're going to be joined by Rob Friedman, the pitching ninja. You see him collabing with the Brewers on Instagram, showing the highlights of Jacob Misiorowski, breaking it down like nobody breaks down pitching. He is the pitching guru. We talked to the pitching guru, Rob Friedman of Pitching Ninja, to talk about Jacob Misiorowski and the Brewers pitching staff. Next, in 2 minutes, on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
You know, I couldn't stop talking about it to my family and friends. My knees are my trouble spot. But for me to tell them now that I'm doing so much better, they were amazed. And I've been amazed.
QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies. Yes, it is amazing how these non-surgical treatments deliver joint pain relief for patients like Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor.
Each week I just started noticing that I could sleep and not have pain. I could play pickleball. I could do a CrossFit exercise routine.
QC Kinetics revitalizes your joints so you can move again without the pain pills or invasive surgery.
You know, I'm 60 years old and I want to stay competitive as long as I can. And QC has allowed me to do that. They did me right and really made a difference in my life.
Book your free consultation with QC Kinetics today and experience the difference for yourself.
I like to go, move.
QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Siding Unlimited is your local family-owned and operated resource for remodeling your home. We specialize in replacing windows, siding, roofing, doors, and decks. I say specialize because that is who we send to your home. Our team is built around the experts in all fields. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit the 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Window Contractor of the Year winner at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Waukesha.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin showroom in Brookfield. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. Excited to be joined right off the bat by Rob Friedman. He is a guru of pitching ninja. Go follow him on Twitter, Instagram. He's been collabing with the Milwaukee Brewers to show you the breakdowns of the best of what you can see of Jacob Misiorowski and many other great pitchers around the MLB. Rob, do you got me on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman?
I got you.
All right.
Wonderful. So happy to have you. Love your stuff, and it's been content galore for you as it pertains to Jacob Misiorowski. I want to start with this. Have you seen anybody like Jacob Misiorowski? And I know that's a crazy question to ask, but he's such a unicorn that I want to know.
That is a great question. I don't know. Like, no one jumps out at me. He's almost like right now, a more electric Jacob deGrom going on, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, when it comes to, Brewers fans wrapping their heads around what he is and what he could be, because he's still so young, as you foresee his career, which could go in a lot of different directions, what do you see as his floor? And maybe more importantly, what do you see as his ceiling? Like, what kind of comp or kind of resume could be his floor and ceiling as his career unfolds?
Yeah, that's a hard question. So to me, everything's going to depend on his command. And staying healthy. His stuff is absolutely electric. I see his floor I mean, that's hard to say because if his command goes away, I've been shocked at how good his command is. His command isn't there. He gets injured. It's been crazy. The ceiling is DeGrom-like, and I say that with the most respect for Jacob DeGrom of anybody. I think DeGrom may be the best pitcher pitch for pitch ever in baseball. He's just been limited by injuries. So, I mean, that's where he could end up. Even, sometimes more electric. I think his personality is very electric. So he's just one of those guys you can't take your eye off of on the bump, and is a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, with Mizorowski, one thing, I'm not sure how much you tracked him in the minor leagues, but it just seems like to me he's taking it up a whole nother notch. Have you seen anything different from what you may have seen him in the minors versus what he's done in his 5 starts here in the majors for the Brewers?
Yeah, honestly, the strike throwing has been blowing my mind. He was like 75% strikes last game, and I did not expect that. I expected him to spray it a little bit more. Ability to hit his spots, focus. I think he just realizes he's on a big stage now, and it's focusing more pitch for pitch. So that's the thing that is his stuff is amazing. I mean, his extension, his velo, the movement of his pitches, everything there has got it. I was wondering about the command, and now I'm seeing it, and then I'm like, well, what's his ceiling? I don't know.
Rob Friedman joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, the Pitching Ninja. Subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I love the overlays, and I want to go specific because there's an overlay that you did of him throwing one of his four-seamers in relation to his release of his slider, a 101 versus a 97-mile-per-hour slider. Have you ever seen anything like that in a discrepancy between two pitches in a release?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like a 97-mile-an-hour slider doesn't make sense, and it was actually not even a round up. It was a round down. That was a 97.4-mile-an-hour slider. Like, what world are we living in where that's a pitch? And then to be able to tunnel that with a 101 fastball, what are you doing as a hitter? You already have no time to make a decision because he's throwing it 7.5 feet closer to plate. He's got amazing extension. The ball's on you right away. And then you're just basically guessing. It's crazy.
If Jacob Mizorowski had started the season with the Brewers, obviously, again, the command, the youth, and all of that. But at this rate, he's had 5 starts, and he's played some quality opponents within there and bounced back and did it against the Dodgers. His back end of the lineup is hurt. I get that. But he still had to go 6 innings against the meat of their order and did so and got out of the 6th. If he did start the season, where would he be, in your opinion, in the Cy Young race in the NL?
Ooh, that's it's very tough to it's hard because Skeens and Wheeler are both, at a notch of refined talent. I still think Mizorowski's raw. He certainly would be in Atlanta next week, I would think. I'm still rooting for him to come to Atlanta anyway, as an all-star. Ooh. Would he be up in the race? Yeah, that's hard to say because those guys are so consistent, and still it's putting a lot on a rookie, that's now taking a jump with command. I don't know where he would be. I would say hopefully, I'd love to see him top 5, but I don't know.
Yeah, when you think about Milwaukee pitching, this team's evolved so much over time. But now you've got Mizorowski, you got Brandon Woodruff back from injury, and his first start looked really good. Of course, you have Freddie Peralta. I want to know where you think this, first of all, starting pitching ranks among best in the Major League Baseball, and then the entire pitching staff, starting pitching, relief, closer, because McGill just got named to the All-Star game too. Where is the Brewers' starting pitching rank in the Major League Baseball, and then also just pitching in general?
Yeah, they're certainly one of the more exciting teams, and adding Mizorowski and Woodruff back, I want to see more from Woodruff because when he's at his best, he's also a Cy Young contender, and then Peralta is as well. So you're talking about, top of the rotation guys that are as good as anybody, and then you have, the back of the bullpen. McGill is unbelievably fun to watch. Electric, gets pumped up. Uribe too.
Yeah,
that's as good as any 1-2 punch. So yeah, they're going to be that's a force in like a playoff series or something. What do you do against those guys?
Yeah.
I don't think you realize
vibes are high already.
Yeah, I mean, vibes are high, but we're hearing from the guru himself. I watched everything, and this is from like a credible person talking about all the things that we're saying that we're trying to get ourselves to believe. But now we can put the stamp of approval on it. So let's talk about that, because we still have to see Woodruff. It was one start. Can he get the velocity back? But we talked about the pitching staff, and we'll stay with the pitching. Do you believe the Brewers would they need to add to any of the staff before the deadline in order for you to say this staff is quality enough to win a World Series? I'm not talking about the bats. I'm talking about the staff.
Yeah, I mean, you can shorten your rotation in the playoffs, and is anybody going to want to face those? If you're talking about those guys, nobody wants to face that. Shorten games with your bullpen. I don't know that they need to add. I say that, and you look at how many arms the Dodgers went through this year and have gone through with the ridiculously filthy staff that can't stay on the field. You never know. Like, it's not bad to have some backups there, but that's a good pitching staff, and nobody wants to face that. Nobody. They could shut down anybody. There's no doubt.
Yeah, you got me extra excited. I want you to get us here in KBN Nation, that we call it here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, a little bit more excited. If you had to choose one, mano a mano, who are you taking for a better career right now? Are you taking Paul Skeens or The Miz?
I got asked that question on YouTube too. I still think Skeens is a generational talent. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna I think Mizorowski's upside is huge, and he does some things better than Skeens. Skeens has proven it over 2 years and been consistent. A career ERA under 2, like 1.95. I just can't go away from Paul Skeens. But I will tell you, if Jacob Mizorowski stays on the path he's on, his upside is the best pitcher you've ever seen. So, I am still skeptical with just the limited sample size. So I'm tempering my excitement. But everybody that's watching is saying this is the best. Like, all the comments I'm getting is I've never seen anything like this. And I can't argue with that. It's like when Dwight Gooden came up and was just, no one had ever seen it, blew everybody's mind. That's what I'm seeing with my eyes. But I still am, I have to temper it a little bit. And Skeens has proven it over and over again.
And that's fair, as Rob Friedman of Pitching Ninja joins us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Now, part of me does agree, right? Because I'm an idiot. I sat him in you make your lineup in fantasy and you can't touch it for a week. I saw the Dodgers were coming, so I sat him. But my question then is, right, it's 5 starts, and we're talking about the potential that he has. How many starts do you think Mizorowski needs before you don't even have to think? If he shows what he's showing over X amount of time or X amount of games, that you don't have to worry other than for, his health?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking if you give me 5 more starts, I'm going to have a better read on it. I would love if he's throwing 75% strikes still and nobody's hitting it, or even 70% strikes, whatever it is. After 5 more starts, and it's not walking everybody. Like, that's a guy that I think has figured it out, and I think he has. Like, I did a comp with him and I keep mentioning DeGrom, but I did a side-by-side comp of them. They move the same. Their arm angle's the same.
It's weird.
He's taller. Yeah, like he's got really good stuff. And again, that is the highest praise I could give anybody, is to compare them to Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, and that is quite the comparison. And I'm just trying to think, as a Brewers fan, as we're getting so excited here.
Because we've listed some Brewers pitchers in our time over the last, year or so, just random 1990s and 2000s pitchers. So this conversation is, so bizarre to be having.
Right, and, it always seems like the Brewers are underdogs and never quite a favorite. And they're still certainly underdogs for this year. But the big discussion here is, do they need – so, we've been focusing on pitching, but obviously with your knowledge of pitching comes the knowledge of hitting. And, Jeff Passan joined our station and said basically they're still one big bat away from being a true World Series contender. Are you in that camp where pitching they might be pretty darn good up there with everyone, but from the hitting standpoint they need to add? Or do you think the guys that they got that are in the clubhouse is enough to make them a champion or a World Series contender for this year?
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question. I would agree with Jeff. I think a bat would be really useful. That being said, you've seen teams with dominant pitching go deep and can win it. If you go on a roll, and absolutely this staff is capable of doing that from, the back end and front end, they all can do it. It's, all you got to do is scratch out a run. If I get a run or two, I'm feeling pretty good with those guys on the mound. But I would love to see another bat. I think it would make the whole lineup better. And then they'd be more than just an underdog.
I just want to mention, they just swept the Dodgers without Rhys Hoskins.
That's a good point. It is baseball, but they also didn't have Muncy. Teoscar didn't play.
They still had $400 million worth of players on the field.
They are plus 215 to win the World Series. The Brewers are plus 4,000. So there is some perspective there. But when I hear that, I hear plus 4,000, and I go running over to Potawatomi Sportsbook to do something. Rob, this has been amazing to hear from you, from your perspective. Tell everyone where they can follow you and see everything you got going on, because if you haven't seen the side-by-side of Mizorowski and DeGrom, or the side-by-side of the slider and the fastball, you're missing out on premium content.
You can see me at Pitching Ninja on X, Pitching Ninja on Instagram, Pitching Ninja videos on YouTube, and I'm on TikTok too at Pitching Ninja. So anywhere, just remember Pitching Ninja. You got it otherwise.
Well, I got it. I'll remember it. And thank you so much for the time. You have heightened the rest of the show and our expectations for the Brewers this coming season. Thank you.
I'm excited, too. I love watching these guys throw.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love it. I love it. It's appointment television. It really is. Like, I was in person for the Miz on Tuesday. Do you now have, like, a Miz calendar where you're like, when's his next start?
I drop every single time he is on. I drop everything. Like, he is on my biggest PV. Like, he just is.
One of us. Rob, great stuff, man. Look forward to keeping in touch.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
That's Rob Friedman, the pitching ninja, with high praise, the highest of praise for Jacob Mizorowski. And I have a lot to discuss about Jacob Mizorowski based off those answers. One, the potential. Two, I was shocked by how many more starts he thinks he needs to see before it's like, get the question marks out of your head. Reaction to the pitching ninja, Jason Wilde, a whole lot more from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. But first I'm going to tell you what's so screaming good. And what's screaming good is Cheez-It Pizza. Have you had the Cheez-It Pizza yet? Well, if you haven't, go to your local grocer's freezer. It is absolutely amazing. You have the 12-inch ultra-thin, 8 minutes you can make it. With Cheez-It flavored crust, make it 1,000. It says 100. I want to make it 1,000% real cheese. Paired with your favorite toppings, reminds you of your irresistible cheesy flavor that you grab and snack. Now you can do it with Cheez-It frozen pizza. On sale for $7.99 at Pick and Save locations. $7.99 for Cheez-It Pizza. Go grab it. Taste what all that screaming is about. Live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I'm jacked up.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, see, the thing about me is I like
you like crazy.
I like crazy. I like a little excitement in my life. I like a little bit of drama.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Northbound on 41. We got some backups starting off just north of Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Hampton. Southbound slowing from Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. Southbound 43 backing up from just before Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. Northbound's a little heavy from Capitol Drive up towards Hampton. And then on eastbound 94, got a couple of pockets of heavy traffic around 68th Street. And then again, coming out of the Stadium interchange to 27th. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner, dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of rain or storms. Partly cloudy otherwise, a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, humid, chance of thunderstorms, a high of 84. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
People need people, whether in Junior Achievements BizTown, where students work together to run a city, or in the real world, where blood donors can help save lives. Join Junior Achievement of Wisconsin and Versity for a mobile blood drive on Tuesday, July 15th from 2 to 6:30 p.m. at JA's headquarters near Highway 100 and Good Hope Road. While you're there, tour Jim's JA BizTown, where students take on real-world roles like CEO, banker, and mayor, learning how communities thrive through teamwork and leadership. Sign up today at wisconsin.ja.org.
Ready to escape to a resort that has it all? The Island Resort and Casino is your total thrill getaway, where championship golf, a luxury spa, world-class gaming, and epic entertainment come together. Tee it up at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Unwind at the Drift Spa. Dine, play, win, repeat. Go all in on an unforgettable getaway. Book your total experience today at islandresortandcasino.com.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Let your car shine without spending a dime. Tsunami Express Car Wash is Milwaukee's fan favorite car wash for a next level clean. And right now, your first wash is free when you sign up online. That's our $25 top wash packed with gloss, protection, and free bonus perks like vacuums and mat cleaners. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, it's easier than ever to get a winning wash with Milwaukee's favorite car wash team. Get your first free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong wind and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So excited to be at the Pella Windows and Doors Experience Center in Brookfield all day. We're going to be here till 6 p.m. with other shows going on as well. Today is the day to schedule your in-home consultation. You can come in person, come see us, or you can do it over the phone and online. That's at 855-PELLA-WI or PELLAWI.com. Because if you get your consultation scheduled today, online, you can win amazing prizes just by getting your consultation. We just gave away Brewers tickets. There are still Green Bay game tickets, your choice, with a hospitality tailgate beforehand. You have Iowa, Wisconsin game tickets with tailgate passes, state fair. Plus, if you schedule and complete your consultation by July 31st, one of you is going to get $2,000 off a project of $5,000 or more. So don't wait. Stop by or go to PellaWI.com. It is Kyle, Brust, Nortman. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Will is running the show. Billy is running the show. And Kyle Wallace, you look like you have something to say.
No, my phone, my Twitter isn't working.
That's it? Well, if you missed what we just did.
I want to follow Pitching Ninja.
If you missed what we just did.
Amazing.
Pitching Ninja. You can find him on all social platforms with Pitching Ninja. Just joined us to talk about Jacob Misiorowski. And the praise was real. Comparing him to Jacob deGrom. Saying what his potential is if he can continue to show what he's showing, which is the command with the strike percentage.
70+% of throwing strikes.
75% at strikes. I was at the game on Tuesday night, and I looked up in the fifth inning, and it was 72 pitches, 55 were strikes. And obviously he ended up with 12 strikeouts in 5 innings, ended up with 12 through 6, but got through the 6th inning facing the meat of Shohei and Mookie and everybody on, was that Tuesday night, and then they sweep yesterday. So as Adam chimes in on the Carbless Talk and text line, that interview got me even more excited about the Milwaukee Brewers, and it's a dang day off for the crew. 3 more before the All-Star break. I was shocked because I think back to what your question was, Kyle, about his AAA and what he was like. I think he was a 3.3 ERA, something like that, like 3.33. And to come to the big leagues and face some unbelievable talent. Sometimes there is, we talk about it with Jordan Love and new quarterbacks, right? It's the first year they're going to get film. And so I'd asked him, how many more starts do you need to see before you have to, like, take the questions out of your mind? And he said, just like 5 more, 10 total starts. So you're telling me if my man can keep up in 5 more starts, I can just go crazy?
I mean, that when I heard that too, I wondered how long you have to live with a little bit of doubt in the back of your mind, because if he's doing what he can, this, and continues to do even in the realm of that, and he said that he has the potential to be among, if not the greatest pitcher of all time. Now, that's incredibly high praise for a sport that goes back literally like a century plus. So I'm still honestly like grappling with how more than generational of a talent this can be. Because if the Milwaukee Brewers are going to eventually win a World Series, that's the kind of guy you need. And you're never going to get him in free agency. So the fact that you have him for a long time, and you have the ingredients of maybe some young bats like Chourio, and you've got guys like, the Miz, who
Don't
might
forget
be a
Yelich.
pitcher.
I mean, he's had a good year, a good bounce back after a bad start.
Yeah, so I mean, I just I'm getting chills thinking about what the potential could be coming from a bona fide expert in the field.
And I like that you said bona fide expert, because this is somebody, we're not talking to somebody who lives in this state. We're not talking to someone who just looks at Milwaukee Brewers baseball.
He's not a homer.
He drops everything to watch Mizorowski when he's pitching. All of the comments from people all across baseball are saying they've never seen anything like him.
I mean, I'm trying to even think of like comparatives, right? This is like saying I've never seen anything like LeBron James. I've never seen anything like this. When you fill in the generational type hype that he just, made concrete. Now, obviously, there's a long way to go to fulfill that, but just the potential of that is just it's remarkable that he's a Milwaukee Brewer.
I don't need 10 games, because for me it's about when you face adversity, how do you bounce back? He has been electric in 4 out of the 5 games he has pitched in, but bounced back from a rough start, because a lot of times you've seen people bust onto the scene, have this highs of highs, and then all of a sudden they get beat up a little bit and they come back down to earth. No, he followed up getting hit, brought back down to earth with basically dominating one of the best teams in baseball, the defending World Series champions. That's all I needed to see to know that he is here to stay. So I don't need to see 5 more games. I do want to see 5 more games, but I don't need to see it. We already know he is must-see TV. He's a lights-out pitcher, and now knowing that he could be the greatest of all time, because that's basically what he's telling us.
He has the potential to be.
No. That is,
that's saying something.
I want us to understand that is not something that you say just out there, right?
And, you don't hear it about Milwaukee Brewers.
No, you don't. A lot of pitchers, Paul Skeens, what he is doing puts him in a category to be having that conversation. But the way that Jacob Mizorowski is doing it, it becomes something you have to watch, because you're in absolute awe. The only reason people are still questioning whether or not he can continue to do this is because our minds don't understand how he is doing this. It's just unreal. This is beyond video games. If you used to play MVP baseball, triple play baseball, back in the day, I don't know what it is now, but if you play the baseball game, the show, if you play MLB The Show, and you created a player, they wouldn't let you have the stats and numbers that he has as a pitcher. They wouldn't say that you can have a pitcher that throws 103 miles per hour for a fastball, but then a 97 mile per hour slider with a 93 mile per hour changer. They would say that's not real. You can't do that. Yeah. That's how unreal what we are seeing, and we don't believe that it's sustainable because it's something we haven't seen. Dude is an alien.
Did pitching ninjas opinions on how good this pitching staff is change your opinion on if the Brewers can actually win a World Series?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I already got you.
I know.
Hands down.
I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one thinking maybe.
Because when I think about listening to somebody who he's going through the entire major leagues talking about all the different pitchers in baseball. And then when he focused on just the staff of the Brewers and asking if they need to add somebody, he was talking about adding as almost like an insurance policy.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Just like a just-in-case thing, which we all can probably put in our head what Mark Antanasio thinks about adding somebody when he doesn't necessarily need it. But when you hear from somebody like that, Pitching Ninja, talk about the Brewer staff, that when you shorten your rotation, this is something we did talk about a little bit, right? You have Chad Patrick, Quintana, Ashby's a long reliever. If you have guys that you're really going 3 different guys as your starting pitchers, and the other guys that have been successful for you, again, you have an opportunity if you have dominant pitching, and that is what the Brewers have, and that is why I just was getting some emails about when we're going to be at Potawatomi Casino Hotel next, and I don't think I'll be able to wait until then to go place my future on the Milwaukee Brewers, because I'm not. If this is special, I have fear of missing out, and I will have fear of missing out on plus 4,000, and it being the first time the Brewers win a World Series due to dominant pitching and the electricity that Pat Murphy has in his manager skills.
I'm telling y'all right now, we just got to see Big Woo go a couple more starts to see if he's back to being who he's going to be. But the Brewers have that 1-2-3 like they have, and the bats stay consistent like they have of late. The Brewers do have a legitimate shot. That's why their window is wide open.
And I feel bad for people that don't have an opportunity to experience Wisconsin, because we've had a great time of being sports fans. I mean, through the 2000s of basketball and football of Wisconsin, the Bucks winning a world championship, the Packers sustained success, and obviously the quarterback play and the Super Bowl in 2010. We want more there. The Brewers, we're talking about their excitement. You also have a massive race course at Road America, 4.2 miles, the largest in North America. And when you go there, it's free for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Brian Redmond's coming for the WeatherTech Vintage Weekend on July 17th through the 20th. Get a spot to camp out all weekend long. It's affordable, family fun, and a great time for anybody who wants to experience a great time in Wisconsin summers. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com. Jason Wilde joins us next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. He was here earlier.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm not Mr. Education. I think that's very clear.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not anti-education. I'm not very educated. And is that fair?
That's fair.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
41 southbound. So got some backups from before Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way down to about Capitol Drive. Beyond that, you're good to go down into the zoo interchange. Northbound 41 backing up from just before Mayfair Road all the way up almost to Hampton. Southbound 43 backups from Good Hope Road down to about Silver Spring. Northbound slowing from Capitol Drive up past Silver Spring as well. And southbound a little bit more of a delay right past Fond du Lac Avenue. Lake Lawn Resort offers everything you need, from lakeside rooms to gourmet dining and a luxurious spa. Relax, recharge, and enjoy the best of Delavan. Book your stay now at lakelawnresort.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, a chance of rain or storms, partly cloudy, a low of 67. Then tomorrow, partly cloudy, humid, chance of thunderstorms, a high of 84. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic.
We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds.
Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big?
3/4 of a carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win.
Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one?
Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too. It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free. That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Wrap up the first half of the season with the Brewers as they take on the Nationals July 11th through the 13th. Kick the weekend off with the Crew's annual celebration of black culture at the Negro Leagues Tribute Game on Friday the 11th. Then your next can't-miss giveaway arrives on Saturday the 12th, when the first 25,000 fans will get a 90s throwback jersey presented by CBS 58. Grab your seats at Brewers.com.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's a little groupthink going on there. I'm not going to disagree.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
He is a good general manager. Anybody who disputes that, they have other issues.
Holding everybody accountable.
I'm not sure that was good enough for us to even play on our show.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Live from the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, it is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Swing on down. Book your in-home consultation. It is free. You can either come in person. I see a lot of people playing with the windows and doors right now in the showroom, or you can go to PellaWI.com, and if you schedule your consultation today, you can win some of these amazing prizes. Jason, you were here. You saw these prizes. I can't believe that somebody, the cribbage board's got to be next, because I know how much that's going offline because nobody can get it. That's got to be the next prize. So call 855-PELLA-WI or PellaWI.com. Jason, how are you?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
Doing well.
Good.
Doing well. Doing well. Catching up. Look, I just opened up Twitter, and I saw number 11th on the 20 most important Packers for 2025. Carrington Valentine. What is the biggest takeaway on channel3000.com for people to read? Don't hit it all, but hit everything you can with us.
Yeah, that's Stroph's guy, Carrington Valentine.
By default.
CV.
Well, why did we have someone else who was going to do the interview with him, and then everybody was gone? Is that what happened?
By default. That's all I'll say. I'm just kidding. No.
Wow, harsh.
Hater.
Hey, can I ask you guys, before we get to Carrington Valentine, can I ask you guys a question?
You can do whatever you'd like. This is your opportunity.
Okay. Well, I know it's still your show. I don't want to, do whatever I want to riff on. But I have a question because I have a problem. So I have a new Nissan Sentra from Boucher Automotive, where they ride with me every mile, and I'd love to do more advertising with them. But Scott Foote and Mike Hansen always take great care of us, and I love it there. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is that this is such a gas saving vehicle that I have now the competitor in me every drive I make, because I stopped and saw my best friend from high school who passed away my freshman year of college. I stopped by to see his mom. She lives in Milwaukee. I try to see her every time I'm down there. So I just finally got back on the road a little while ago. But I am so competitive, it tells me what my miles per gallon were on every drive I make. And so I am now driving much more slowly than I normally would on the highway. So I'm in a 70, I'm going 73.
Ooh, what would you typically go?
I would probably, before this vehicle, I would probably go 77. I'd maybe even push it to 78. I don't like to go any more than 7 or 8 over. I don't have the discretionary income for a ticket. But now I'm noticing, going north, and obviously it's Thursday, so a lot of those Illinois folks are going up to Door County early. So I am getting passed like I'm on pit row at the F1 movie, and everyone else is on the track. How fast do you guys go in a 70 zone, and would you give me a dirty look as you passed me by?
I don't think I would.
Well, what lane are you in?
That's key.
I'm in the right lane. I know my place, my man.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, in the right lane. You can
no
do whatever
judgment.
you want.
Yeah. If you're in the right lane doing
no
73, I'm not even looking right.
Yeah. If you're in the left
don't.
lane,
If you're in the competitive era of this Nissan where you're trying to get the best gas mileage, don't be insecure about the people to your left. You do you, and you stay competitive with that gas mileage.
Yeah, you look at them and say, I'm in the right lane for a reason.
But, Jason, my question to you is, what do you find the more competitive drive? Beating that, ETA time, right, that, Google Maps might give you? Or, because that's where I funnel my competitiveness.
Yeah, that's where mine is.
or your miles per gallon.
Beat the ETA or miles per gallon.
What a fantastic question. It used to be the ETA. I'm not going to lie.
Because you're sacrificing that now.
So my drive down this morning from Green Bay, Tausch would have been proud of me. At least the fact that I did not stop anywhere between home and the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, and I got 44.4 miles per gallon on the drive.
That's good.
Wow. I didn't even know cars did that. That's not electric or hybrid or whatever?
No, it's not. No, not a hybrid. It's got this little hamster that's working hard to get the engine going. But no, it's a 4-cylinder, and this guy's climbing up my butt right now in the right lane. I don't appreciate that, sir. Going to give him a dirty look. But 44.4, that felt more. I felt more joy in that than if I got home 1 minute earlier than the ETA. So it's definitely the mileage thing.
You saving money.
Okay. Yeah.
True.
I think you should roll down your window and let them know. And just be like, hey, sorry, I'm trying a new thing, miles per gallon.
I mean, you're going over 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going over 70, so you're good. No, actually, part-time, full-time Billy, I love a poll. Do you try and beat the ETA on your maps or focus on getting better gas mileage?
I'm going to get blown out in this. This is not even.
I just want to do the science experiment as Jason Wilde joins us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Jason, your biggest takeaway from player number 11 on the top 20 most important Packers of 2025, which I know you've doubled up on a couple of players, but I'm not going to give you flack for it.
That's kind of giving me flack, though.
Yeah, I was trying to subtly do it without doing it.
Yeah. You're the first word I think of when I think of Ben Brust is subtle. You're right. Look, I put him in some pretty heady company. I mentioned him alongside Adam Timmerman, Donald Driver, Scott Wells, and there was another 7th-round pick, some other guy. He did okay for himself, drafted in 2000 out of Wisconsin. He's all right. Better right tackle than he was at
I don't remember this guy at Wisconsin. Did he play?
Yeah, not till the very end of his career, in fairness. But and Tausch is obviously he and Driver and Timmerman especially had phenomenal careers. I mean, they all won Super Bowls. Scotty Wells won a Super Bowl too. So, if Carrington Valentine, as another 7th-round pick like those guys were, can have the kind of career that they had where they play over a decade in the league and they win a Super Bowl during that time. Adam Timmerman won 2 of them. that would be pretty impressive for a 7th-round pick. But the guy started 22 games already in his first 2 years. He really saved their keisters during the 2023 season when we had the first installment of the Jair Alexander controversial missing games experience. So if he elevates his game and he's CB1, he's going to be a pretty big piece of what they do. So he just ended up just outside of the top 10. I did put him ahead of Nate Hobbs, their free agent cornerback signing. But I like everything about him, other than the fact that he likes Strofe as much as he does.
Jason, one thing I think that people have to get through their minds, Kalen King, who was a cornerback for the Green Bay Packers, I don't think he was called up for any game last year on the active game day roster. Going into his senior year, his last year at Penn State, he was a highly touted corner who they thought was going to go higher in the draft. So knowing that CV, a guy who was a 7th-round pick just like King, was able to see the field immediately and be not be a problem for the Packers, I think that's pretty significant.
Yeah, and look, Kalen King might follow that, playbook this year, right? I mean, he obviously wasn't pressed into duty the way Carrington was. They also drafted a corner for the 3rd straight year in the 7th round in Micah Robinson out of Tulane, who I think started out at like Furman or some smaller school. But the bottom line is that, you're right about Kalen King. There was talk about him going into his final season at Penn State being the top corner in the draft the following year. That obviously didn't happen.
Wow.
But he had a whole year on the practice squad to grow and improve and get stronger. So, look, the bottom line, I'm glad you bring him up, because the bottom line is after Keyshawn Nixon, Nate Hobbs, and Carrington Valentine, they got a bunch of dudes with 0 NFL experience. They added this guy, Gregory Jr., who I think played 100 defensive snaps the last couple of years with the Jaguars, but if you play for the Jaguars, does it even really count?
Dang.
Wow. I didn't know if anybody would get that. Yeah, almost as bad as playing for the Panthers. But, they don't have any.
They don't coming.
They don't. Yeah, I can't wait till I call Tim Mastay after my call with you guys.
Oh, so that was too far. That was too far, Jason.
Too far? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's where I draw the line.
But seriously, behind those 3 guys, there's unproven commodities that maybe Kalen King does end up having to play and plays well, maybe not. But they need those 3. That's why all 3 of them are going to be on the list, is because they need those guys to stay healthy, because their depth at that position is decidedly unproven.
Well, right on the Carbless Talk and text line, Jonah from Port Washington chimes in. 800-990-3776 lists as more. For trips that are over an hour, gas mileage be darned. But for anything under an hour, I'm focused on getting higher miles per gallon.
Oh, it's a very heady take. Very heady take.
I'm focused on getting home.
We also have the poll out there very early. When driving, do you try to beat the ETA on your maps or focus on getting better gas mileage? 100% are trying to beat the ETA.
100%.
Well, it's very, very early. Literally within seconds just came up. So we'll continue
Will's the only one that voted.
A young kid.
Jason, I didn't go into this conversation thinking it'd be a purely secondary conversation, but now my brain is churning a little bit. I'm curious on how you detect the culture of that room, because it was, I almost wonder if it reflects the wide receiver room, where it was kumbaya a little bit, but at some point there's jostling for who's number 1. Do you gather that there's a jostling of sorts between Nixon, Hobbs, and Valentine to fill that number 1 void left by Jair? Or do you gather this is a all for one and one for all type culture, at least going into the season?
Yeah, and I'm still not convinced, Brad, that the kumbaya, all for one for all culture actually did exist in the wide receiver room. Like, you know this as well as I do. Guys present a position that may not be the reality of that room. Yeah, so they could say that. But obviously Romeo Doubs was not particularly united in that kumbaya feeling last year when he was unhappy with his role like 4 games into the season. So I think the thing about the corner room, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think the way they plan on using those 3 guys I don't think it's necessarily about number one, because I don't think any of them are elite enough at this point for them to, have him travel with the top receiver. And on top of that, for all the talk we had about Jeff Hafley wanting to play man-to-man coverage because he'd done that at Boston College, it was pretty clear they were a zone team last year, and they want their guys to have eyes on the quarterback so they can get more takeaways. So, frankly, I don't think they need a clear-cut number one. I think they just need three guys that they believe in, which they do right now, that are interchangeable. Like, Valentine's an outside corner. The other two guys have inside-outside flexibility. So I think they just want three guys that are going to do their assignments correctly. I don't think there's that kind of competitiveness like there is with the wide receivers. Because remember, the other part of this is all those wide receivers are not just competing for targets. They're competing for contracts. And that matters just as much, if not more so.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, we appreciate the insight and learning about your competitive nature with gas mileage, and look forward to seeing the results of our poll if you try to beat the ATA or get better gas mileage. So drive safely.
And drive slow, homie.
Yeah, the tortoise is well behind here, but at least I'm going slowly enough that I feel comfortable voting in the poll, so at least one person will vote for gas mileage. All right, guys.
There you go.
Yeah, keep having a great time at the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Experience Center. It's an amazing place. So have fun. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason on Wilde and Tausch, 9 noon across these very stations. College students or parents of college students, if you're looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable, let IKEA help you. They have innovative storage solutions to maximize your space and furniture to help maximize the space. Fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours. IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. Qualified college students can get 15% off your IKEA purchases. So stop on by IKEA Oak Creek or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
You think they'll take my college ID?
That is so shameful.
You should not do that.
I'm going to IKEA.
You should do that, but yes, try not to pretend to be a college student, please. Live from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, great prizes still to give away. I'm looking at that Brewers cribbage board. Get your free consultation, and it could be yours. You're entered to win if you just get your free consultation. So go to PellaWI.com. We come back, wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion, and get to the 414 Hour at 4 next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Thing has ever happened to you from a breakup?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no.
I don't want to talk about it.
You brought it, so I had to ask.
I ain't gonna put my old shorties on blast. But
why not? They're old shorties.
I've had
They're old shorties.
My parents listen to this show. I don't want my parents to know the craziness that I've dealt with that they son been a part of.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
Zach Tom is one of your core players. You identify a core player early, you sign them long-term, and you get them at a better rate.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
When you're forcing guys to consistently prove it, and there's no risk on the table for them, there becomes some semblance of resentment.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Harry Douglas.
Kirk Cousins in his last 5 games that he played of the 2024 season had 1 touchdown pass to 9 interceptions. See, Freddie, my father told me, never worry about the next man, even if they do draft someone at your position. But growing up, why are you worried about person B if you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing as person A?
Absolutely.
That's one of my issues. Okay, where your feelings hurt a little bit, it's okay, Kurt. But one of the things my receiver coach taught me when I got drafted, son, this league has no room for your feelings. No one cares. This is a business. So just because they drafted Michael Penix Jr., you could have kept Michael Penix Jr. on the bench if your play would have done so. But it did not.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You should book your in-home consultation online. You can come in person, check it out here at the showroom, or call 855-PELLA-WI. If you go to PellaWI.com and book today, you're entered to win prizes such as Green Bay game tickets and hospitality beforehand at a private tailgate, Iowa and Wisconsin game tickets, plus Wisconsin's College Game Day tailgate passes that we put up in Madison. Plus, if you schedule and complete your consultation by July 31st, one of you is going to get $2,000 off a project of $5,000 or more. So don't wait. Go to PellaWI.com. Book today, and you can win a cribbage board that was going wild at AmFam Field. We got those tickets I just talked about. So many great things. Book your consultation at PellaWI.com. The poll is out on the field, and we have from Jason Wilde, who has a new car and is trying to maximize gas mileage.
44 miles per
34.
gallon.
Crazy.
No, I think it said 44.
34. Promise.
No, I thought he said 44 too.
Will, what'd you hear?
44.
Dang!
So why'd you promise?
Because I promise.
I promise. I heard 44. That's why I said, wait a minute, that's ridiculous.
When driving, do you try to beat the ETA on your maps or focus on getting better gas mileage? Right now, 84% try and beat the ETA. 16% are trying to get better gas mileage. And somebody chimes in, better gas mileage. What?
For real, though.
Well, so I just typed in, what is the miles per hour you need to go to optimize your gas tank? They said it's highway 40 to 55 miles per hour. That's not even a
that doesn't
highway.
exist.
I know. So it's like as slow as you can possibly go, maintaining a speed of 55 to 65 miles per hour on the expressway or 40 to 55
That's
on like a country
dangerous
road.
if you're going below.
I know. That's like too slow. I've said, I mean, give me the ETA all
Don't
day.
send that to Jason because then he's going to start going below 70.
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
like,
a problem.
I got to get 50. I got to
Too
get
competitive
50.
for that. If you missed our interview with Pitching Ninja, make sure you go back to ESPN Wisconsin's app and find that interview around 3 o'clock, or YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. But you got Jim, Matt, and Molly up next in Madison. We're Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You got Beaver Dam coming up as well with Corey and Wally. But we're Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from the Pella showroom. We'll be back in 2 short minutes for the 414 Hour at 4. Don't you go anywhere.
Kyle brings the heat and keeps it real. Ben's got
Southbound on 43, a hefty ride from Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way down past Silver Spring, back on the brakes from Keefe, all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River. Northbound backed up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up towards Keefe, and then back on the brakes north of Capitol all the way up towards Bender Road. Eastbound 94, you're looking at some delays from just past 84th Street to about 35th. The westbound side's a little tight from 35th to Mitchell Boulevard. Northbound 41, backing up from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Hampton. Southbound slow from Appleton, heavy all the way down to Capitol Drive. Summer's around the corner. Get ready for boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on serene Delavan Lake. Make the most of the season at Lake Lawn Resort. Book your adventure today at lakelawnresort.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of rain or storms, partly cloudy otherwise, a low of 67 tomorrow. Partly cloudy, humid, chance of thunderstorms with a high of 84. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
For over 50 years, Cousin Subs has celebrated and embraced the traditions of their home state of Wisconsin. And now, Cousins will be honoring a Wisconsin tradition like no other with their Pull Tab giveaway promo. Now through July 6th, while supplies last, guests will receive a Cousins Pull Tab with a sub or sub-able purchase for a chance to win Cousins Subs for a year and much more. For additional info and official rules, visit cousinsubs.com/pulltabs. One pull tab per customer per transaction per day. To receive a pull tab with no purchase necessary, see official rules.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
He is Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Bradley Nortman. UKVN Nation at 800-990-3776. That is the Car Bliss Talk and Text line. Less is more, and the showroom's getting busier, and you have an opportunity to win great prizes here from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. If you set your consultation today, you can win some Green Bay game tickets along with a private hospitality before the game. Free drinks, free food. It's amazing. All you got to do is set your consultation, PellaWI.com. If you do it today, you're entered to win these prizes. Plus, if you schedule your consultation and complete it by July 31st, you're going to get $2,000 off your project of $5,000 or more. We have William running the show here. Alex Strofe is out gallivanting out west.
It's at the Sparks game now.
I did see that. He put it on
Really?
social media so we can say where he is.
Why
He's
do
in
they-
L.A.
Why do they play so early right now with the WNBA?
I don't know what's going on.
That's a good question. I mean, if it's 4 o'clock here, it's 2 o'clock there, and the game had already started.
It's summer, I guess. The kids?
What do you mean?
Bring the kids to the game?
All right, let's just expand the WNBA, I guess. 1 o'clock game.
The miles per hour conversation. Jason Wilde, who joined us, is trying to make sure he beats his miles per gallon record. I will never do that. I'm always going to, whether it's highway or 10 minutes away, I'm always trying to beat the ETA.
Yeah, we just swerve traffic.
I'm just wired like that. I actually didn't grow a lot of respect. I knew what to expect with Kyle, and that was somebody who was driving a little bit more conservative with me in the car. And then I was like, just be you, man. Like, stop trying to do this. And then I was like, then we were rolling, and I was like, I feel at home again.
Let's get it, baby.
Now, that being said, we had Pitching Ninja, who, 600,000 followers on Instagram, 500 on X, to hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube. He is the guru of pitching. And if you missed that interview and you want to get excited on your off day of the Milwaukee Brewers not playing, well, that's what you got to do. You got to go back on ESPN Wisconsin's app or YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee to follow Rob Friedman of Pitching Ninja, because he did an amazing job talking about the Brewers pitching staff with us. But this was probably the most impactful thing that he said. And this is not somebody who is in the state of Wisconsin. He watches everything. And this is what he had to say about Jacob Mizorowski with us.
Jacob Mizorowski stays on the path he's on. His upside is the best pitcher you've ever seen. So, I'm still skeptical with just the limited sample size. So I'm tempering my excitement. But everybody that's watching is saying this is the best. Like, all the comments I'm getting is I've never seen anything like this, and I can't argue with that. It's like when Dwight Gooden came up and was just, no one had ever seen. It blew everybody's mind.
That's high praise. And the follow-up that I had to that was, well, how many more? You said limited sample size, and that's something as it's 5 starts. You can get excited, then people start feeling you out a little bit. But when you never seen anything like that, and then you hear Rob from Pitching Ninja say that he just needs to see 5 more starts, I can wait 5 more starts before I could just start declaring he's going to be the greatest pitcher of all time.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you think about the path he's on and what he's shown already. I think that's what's amazing, right? Because there is something about, he is also pitching to other professionals, other all-stars, so they get a feel for his film, and the same thing with basketball or NFL. But thinking about Mizorowski and what he can actually do, and Rob is able to break it down beautifully on all of his platforms, where how do you bat against someone that can throw it that fast, has that kind of movement, and when he is in command to be able to throw strikes and actually be able to control the ball, I just don't know how you can consistently bat against that when the release, when even the travel of the ball looks the same most of the way and then moves at the end. It's just something that is unicorn type stuff. Makes me happy to be a Brewer fan. And when he says the line of something like, it's nothing we've ever seen before, my mind goes to other athletes. That's like, Giannis, that's like LeBron, that's like, Patrick Mahomes. Like, it is not a hyperbole to say that when you use that phrase, he's like nothing we've ever seen before. You can go to the all-time great athletes and all-time guys that can literally change the game and be impossible to go up against. So I am excited for this Brewer team. He had high praise for it. You got to go back and listen to the whole thing because he's an expert, and he had some high praise for Brewers and Jacob Mizorowski.
And for me, we're talking about experts, but we also have to understand some of the best to ever do it in baseball ever are also giving them high praise. We heard what Clayton Kershaw said. We talked about it yesterday, how he went from not knowing who he was to saying, wow, he has some velo. That kid is really good.
I don't know how you hit that was a quote.
And so Jacob, and then Pedro Martinez, one of the best to ever do it, he said that kid Mizorowski is special. He's got velocity, movement, and that bulldog mentality. Him, Skeens, and Tariq Skubal look like the future of pitching to me. Long legs, long arms, built to dominate. Yes, he is built to dominate. So when I think about Mizorowski, I said it before, I don't need 5 more games to be able to tell me exactly what my eyes have shown me already. He is amazing. He is incredible at what he is doing. So for the Milwaukee Brewers, we're lucky to have him.
They scouted him for a while. They drafted him early. I think it was like the second round, late second round. And they got themselves a gem. So, I mean, I don't need 5 more games.
To your point about the 5 more games, Kyle, I'm just going to go 3 more games because I still feel like you need a little bit more sample size. The reason why I'll shrink it from the pitching guru, Rob Friedman from Pitching Ninja, who wants to see 5 more games, is you saw something in the game that I was at Tuesday at American Family Field that you don't see every day when you see any pitcher pitch. It is when the first batter of the game is one of the best hitters and players in all of baseball, Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani took an 0-2 pitch that was a changeup that stayed a little bit over the middle, and he took it yard to dead center. And everyone had a collective, oh no, like is this happening again? Because it's coming off of a start where he had to respond.
Yeah.
And to go from giving up a solo shot and that being the only run of the entire game and him going 6 innings, 5 innings with 12 Ks, like, he could have been rattled. Like, think about yourself. If you could put yourself at age 22, 23, I think he's older than that now.
Wow, I think he's only 23, but wild.
But when you think about yourself and you're standing in Brad. You had to do it in a way, but you talk about your rookie year and the challenges you faced. This is somebody that's come up right away that didn't have the same sort of command and the same, like, blow-away stuff that he had in the minors. He had the stuff, but not the command. And he's doing it against the Dodgers. At his age, getting bombed right to dead center against Shohei Ohtani and then responded. Very easily at that age could you just be like, uh-oh.
Guys get rattled all the time.
Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I still need to work on some things. And he battled, and the team battled, and he ran off. He's kind of got a dorky run off the field that I kind of love it right now. He does a lot of fist pumps, but like that is a moment where I'm like, to your point, Kyle, I think I've seen something special because of what he was able to do on Tuesday.
Yeah, he's faced adversity and he's responded. And, it's so true that usually, and I'm speaking personally here, his first years, whether it be at college or the pros, there is inevitable struggles that occur. But he's basically going in there and playing at an all-star, all-pro level. That just doesn't happen. It's reflective of the talent that he is. Now, quick question. Ben, we talked about the Brewers yesterday and their odds to win the World Series and go to the World Series to win the NL. Remind me what their odds were yesterday.
Plus 4,000. Don't tell me it changed.
It changed.
No!
And it changed by a lot.
Was it plus 2,000 now?
Plus 2,500.
Wow!
Overnight. Plus 2,500. Not only that, to win the pennant, what was it? Plus 2,500 to win the pennant?
Yeah, what is it, 1,750?
1,500.
Oh, boy!
No, why are we clapping? I wanted to bet 100 to win 4,000.
I want to know what's
the world has recorrected.
What's the NL Central? That's what I want to know.
NL Central is
we got some.
NL Central is plus 300. Cubs are still minus 305.
What was it start the year for?
Ours was 325. 325.
Oh, so it is.
So it's slightly better. That's a lot of respect for the Cubs, but that is I mean, you're the betting guy. That feels like a major.
That's
movement.
a huge shift. Why do you think I'm kicking myself and not trying? I don't want to talk
24
right
hours
now.
ago.
Yeah, $100 could have got you 4,000. Now can only get you
2,500, which is still great. But that's $1,500 of value that you miss on not a sure thing. But when you bet, you want to look for value, right? And that was like 4,000. And then I heard Pitching Ninja talk about how you can have a dominant staff, and then when you're in the playoffs, what do? You shorten the leashes of how many starters you have out there, and maybe they go into the middle of the road to get you to your closers and your setup guys like your Quintanas, your Chad Patricks, your Priesters. Oh, you just broke my heart.
I mean, that is the world. The secret's out.
I have a Benjamin in my backpack.
You should have took it to Pato yesterday.
I mean, their odds to win the NL and then to win the Super Bowl is now not far. Super Bowl, so is now. Well, World Series is not far off from the Green Bay Packers' odds to win the NFC and win the Super Bowl. Now that is saying something.
I'm convinced. I wasn't convinced a couple of days ago, but now
I want to fall out of my chair.
Dude, because I was ready to make those bets with you, too.
I mean, $10 was going to win me $400. Now it's only going to win me $250. What would we do with $250?
Still think of a thing or two.
I mean, come on, it's you, Kyle.
I can do a lot with $250. I can
do 400.
You were pinching me down for 10 cents yesterday.
I was just making sure everybody was fair.
Everything's fair, Kyle. Get off of my. You know what I'm saying.
Hop off. I get you. I know you.
Hop off. I'm tracking all of our 83.5 wins over bet for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Can you believe that he came on here, somebody who watched Pitching Ninja, who watches a lot of baseball and obviously loves baseball, that he said in his mouth that Jacob Misiorowski has the opportunity not to be one of the best pitchers in baseball, but to be one of the greatest pitchers we have ever seen of all time.
Yeah. Because all the people that follow him also follow baseball so much that he's getting comments from everyone who follows every team across the league, and everyone's saying, "I've never seen anything like him."
That's beyond high praise. I mean, you're talking about GOAT conversations.
The Greek freak and the cheese freak.
I mean, no. What was said was Giannis will never be the greatest of all time, and never would I have said he could be the greatest of all time. Misiorowski could be the greatest of all time. We could be seeing the start of an amazing
when
career.
you think about it, Giannis came in and had to develop. This guy's come in right away and has produced at such a high level. Stay healthy, please. Stay healthy.
Please.
And take it to the bank.
Oh, I would love to take it to the bank because I'd like to take it to my friends at Bank 5-9. Bank 5-9 is making lives better. That is what their focus is. Bank 5-9 is in the community, active 9,000 hours per year volunteering in the communities they serve. Not only that, financial support of several hundred nonprofits. And don't get me started on if you are a customer at Bank 5-9. Boy, every single pillar of your financial life is taken care of with trust so you can sleep at night and know that your financial future is secure. Bank 5-9 from top down is full of quality, trusted local people that just want to help you, help the community, and spread their message of making lives better. So if you want to make your life a little bit better, then you've got to check out Bank 5-9. They've been doing this for a long time. 1859 is what the 5-9 stands for. When you're around for that long, you are doing things right. Bank 5-9 is your place for a true local community bank. So check out Bank 5-9 today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Wheel of Will.
Wheel of Strove.
I thought it was Bill. Billy.
Wheel of Billy. Wheel of Billy's
The
next.
Wheel of Billy.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And make sure everyone's tuning in when we do this, because y'all's faces are going to be like,
it better be sweet.
If you think I'm going to act like that for oatmeal, you're outside your damn
You've never
mind.
had Brad Nortman's oatmeal.
It's not
Yeah, but
Quaker,
I've also
is
had
it?
chocolate chip pancakes with butter
organic.
and syrup that make me go, oh, baby, oatmeal ain't going to do that.
You'll be surprised. I'm going to do a variety.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, still heavy from just south of Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol Drive, the northbound side. We've got a broken down vehicle on the off-ramp to Burleigh, but beyond that, we've got delays from just past Swan Boulevard all the way up to about Hampton. Eastbound 94, watch for backups from before 84th Street through the Stadium interchange to 35th. Westbound, slow from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance for rain or storms. Partly cloudy otherwise. A low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, humid, with a chance of thunderstorms. A high of 84. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
The reality is they were going to be paying him and probably not getting the best of him.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This strikes me as a team that is putting its money where its mouth is when it comes to, we want Giannis to believe that we are busting our tails to be a contender and make him want to stay here. This makes me think John Horst is a pretty smart guy.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Windows. You hear all about everyone's windows and how theirs are the greatest. I'll tell you, our windows are the best as well. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I'm right there with you. We've taken the most trusted brand in windows, Pella, and paired them with such an outstanding business that we will deliver results to you at your home. Siding Unlimited has won Pella's prestigious 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award. Siding Unlimited is the company to install your new windows.
Hi, Mitzi. What's the news from Kessler's in Brookfield?
Everything's smooth like butter. We're all just marching to the beat of the big bass drum.
That sounds like fun.
Your email said you wanted to talk about 32 things. What are they?
The 32 things are rare and special engagement rings.
Tell me more.
Each one of these amazing rings is just waiting for someone to choose the center stone.
What about the side stones?
All the side stones are Kessler 81s.
81 windows exploding with light instead of just 57 windows that are modestly glowing like most other diamonds.
We have 16 rings in 18 karat gold and 16 rings in platinum.
All they need is a center diamond?
Yeah, and our prices on natural center diamonds and created center diamonds are incredibly low right now.
Each store has a beautiful assortment of these rings?
Yes, and they're priced from just $900 up to $3,900.
Good job. Keep marching to the beat of that big bass drum, Mitzi.
I'm excited.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. When Tri-City National Bank decided to optimize their print output strategy, they needed a resource with the expertise to recommend a solution. CIO Robert Prang.
And James helped us with that analysis of what our print consumption was and what we were doing.
The outcome of the James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services recommendation?
We ended up reducing down to about 97 total printers and copiers from 197.
The impact on your print output?
We eliminated over 500,000 pages a month of output that we figured out we really didn't need.
Month after month, that adds up to savings and value.
Oh, tons of value. Those numbers add up even when it's only a penny or so per page.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Year where you're maxing out your activity, or at least you should be, but you might not be if you got pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back. If you do, whether it be arthritis, tendonitis, whatever it may be, QC Kinetics has a solution for you. They are the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So if all you've heard is drugs and surgery and the inevitable downtime and drugs that come with that, I'm here to tell you that is not the only option. Why don't you go to the several locations that QC Kinetics has here in the greater Milwaukee area, and you will be amazed at what they can do for you. It is cutting edge cellular treatments that's able to treat that pain, make it go away for the long term, and be able to get your life back. Don't just take my word for it. I've talked to several different patients. I've been there myself. They have a 92% satisfaction rating, and most people that walk in the door for their free, that's right, their free consultation, they say, let's just start right now. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's start today, and they can absolutely do that. Your personal path to a pain-free life is right ahead. It's only on the other side of your free consultation. But you got to call QC Kinetics today at 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
We are live from the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield with you having a chance to stop in and win great prizes. I'm staring at a Brewers cribbage board that has not been raffled off yet. And if you schedule your in-home consultation at PellaWI.com or stop in or call, you are entered to win a bunch of prizes. Plus, if you complete your consultation by the 31st, you're going to get $2,000 off a project of $5,000 or more. It's time now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman to play the Wheel of Bill. Hey!
It's time for the
Wheel of Strove!
All right, so I got the wheel in the studio with me today. We're going to spin it. If it lands on red, it'll be a physical punishment. Are we all doing push-ups today?
we all can't leave the microphone.
Yeah.
You know?
I could do some push-ups today.
I could hold a squat.
I like when you do the. I like when you do the around the horn, Brad, like 30 seconds monologue.
Yeah.
Yesterday was I wouldn't want to stand in front of a 100-mile-per-hour pitch. Thanks, Brad.
I got a decent monologue today, actually. If it comes down
so if
to
it comes to red.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And then I got a list of topics for the other colors. Bad spin.
Reese, there we go.
Purple. All right. So, the Red Bull F1 team has sacked their team principal, Christian Horner. I'm not sure where these words originate in these other sports.
Sacked.
Where they use like sacked and principal. I know they use that in the Premier League a lot. And instead of standings, they use field. And
What do you think? You think it maybe might be in England?
I don't know. I'm just being made aware of how they use all these different types of words to describe their sports. I think it's kind of awesome. What do you guys think?
The pitch.
The pitch.
The pitch.
I know
Football,
they say table
footy.
instead of standings.
Table.
The fixture. They say the fixture too, right?
What's the fixture?
The fixture, I think, is the table as well. Table or fixture. Or fixture might be the match.
One thing I always loved is they used to call their cleats boots.
Boots.
I love calling some cleats boots.
You still can win the golden boot as the best player in the world.
The golden boot.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit better than cleat. And honestly, like sacked sounds a little bit more humane than fired.
Yeah, you know? Americans, we
Does it?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if it does.
Yeah, that's true.
Americans, these British came over here. I guess it's Spaniards, but some of the British came over here and they brought their language here, and we just mangled it and chopped it all up and made it.
That's good.
Own.
We made it our own.
Yeah,
we made it American.
The freedom to make it our own.
We speak American, not English.
Kind of true, actually. We got the South. Does anybody talk like anybody in the South in the world? Like, I know there's millions of languages, but the South. Like Xavier Legette of the Carolina Panthers. Does anybody in the world talk as like unique as he does?
There were some guys that I had. Imagine me.
Any folks?
Where there were some guys from Louisiana and
from
things
the
like
bayou?
that. They have their own dialect and their own lingo. I'm like, what? Can you slow down? I don't know what you're saying. It was crazy.
They would say, Brad, what you over there doing?
Yeah, I was like,
You over there punching ball or what? What you got going on now?
Pretty good, actually, Kyle.
Well,
I can understand you, so you're not deep enough.
Nah, I can't not.
All right, Wheel of Bill.
Wheel of Strove.
Good spin.
All right, we got yellow. That brings us to the Summer League. The ticket price to Cooper Flagg versus Bronny James game, I believe it's tonight. It's going to break a crazy Summer League record. The current average ticket price for the game today is $201. It's reportedly the most expensive ticket for Summer League on record. I think it was like $2,500 for courtside seats and $600 for the bowl seating. Wow. I mean, who's paying this much just to see?
Not
no
me. Are you?
No.
Summer League
a two-way player against the number one pick.
Good. I like that. Man, listen, it's Summer League and it's in Vegas. What do people do in Vegas? They spend money. I know personally we spend too much money in Vegas. And so when you go to Vegas, you might win some, you might lose some, but you're there for an experience. So $200 to go see, like you said, a two-way player and number one overall pick play is well worth it.
So I was on the Bucks Summer League team. Cool.
You played in Vegas when you did that?
Yeah, we were in Vegas for 2 weeks. We did like training camp for a week before we had weeks
Summer
of
League
games.
teams always suck.
They're never good. And I was part of that. Now, I learned two things in Summer League. One, I was not good enough to play in the NBA, which I already kind of knew. But you have that realization when Giannis is on the floor. And two, my grandpa was out in Vegas. And, like, next thing I knew, I knew he was coming to the game. But he was being escorted around to a front row seat.
Oh, wow. What did he say?
And then I stopped by I was like, hey, where are you staying? And I was like, the Bellagio. And I went in the Bellagio and I was like, this is where you're staying?
Oh, so wow. What Grandpa do? Grandpa got money.
I learned a heck of a lot that I wasn't going to make it. And my grandpa had some status at the Bellagio.
Oh, wow. Status.
Oh, that's where you get it from.
Yeah, it's genetic.
Maybe. Just maybe. Even though I missed out on the Brewers plus 4,000 down to plus 2,500 at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Life moves quick, man. Moves quick.
That's cool.
So, no, I would watch that on TV, and I probably still won't watch it on TV. I'll look for highlights.
Wait, so your grandpa flew out there and you didn't know?
I think it just was a scheduled trip.
Oh,
He
wow.
didn't schedule it around me being on summer league.
My grandson's playing out here.
He taking some seats in the court, and he's like, how come he didn't play?
Hey, Grandpa, this ain't Wisconsin.
Yeah. You were great. Now you're not.
They jump a little higher, run a little faster, a little bit taller now.
Man.
You can shoot, though. I'm shocked you can make it as a shooter.
I mean, I had a great practice one time. I was like, I'm going to get some tick. Just stood up and clapped all game.
What did Jason Kidd tell you? Or who was the summer league coach that year?
He actually just took a top assistant job in the NBA. Sweeney.
Oh, okay. He's like the shooting coach, I think.
He's a short guy. I think he had a little red hair.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Just didn't play me. I mean, here's the thing. They had like the Bucks at that time weren't the Bucks of now. No, so they had like draft picks. No, literally.
Yeah, I mean, they sucked too.
Jabari Parker was his rookie year.
Okay.
Giannis' second year.
Dang, you
Nate
had Jabari
Walters.
too?
Johnny O'Brien was a second-round pick. So they had 4 guys that were going to get ticked no matter what.
Yeah.
And then some guys that were older that they were trying out. And
So you played with Jabari?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Who did you think was better at that time in practice?
Jabari was more polished at the time.
Yeah, I mean, Jabari had huge potential.
Yeah.
It just knees. He's
That's
got Kyle
too bad.
knees.
That's really too bad.
Unfortunate, because these needs was never worth multi-millions.
Wheel of Will.
Wheel of Strove.
All right, we got green. A new story.
We've
Paul.
never not landed on red.
I know, it's crazy.
What's going on?
Jake Paul is pursuing legal action against critics claiming his fights are staged, which made me think that his fights are definitely staged now. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm sorry, I missed it. All the snot everywhere.
No, I didn't. I took my headset off and I went to the left.
It all just came.
The ground rumbled a little bit. That was
did.
a heck of a sneeze.
Jeez,
Will, did you
like
hear that
thunder.
sneeze? I went away from my microphone.
I felt it.
Bless you. What did you say, Will?
Wheel
about
of
Jake
Will,
Paul?
new topic. Push-ups or nothing.
Wheel of Strove.
Push-ups.
Push-ups. All right, go get them, boys. Go get them. Okay, here's my monologue. I'm sitting here. We're at Pella, their experience showroom here in Brookfield. One of the prizes is, of course, the cribbage board, but also what goes along with it is the Jackson Churio Star Wars bobblehead, and it says Jedi Jackson. And earlier, Gina Della, she thought, is this guy's name Jedi Jackson? And at first it kind of sounded silly, but now I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, with Beatty Nortman almost here, we're still figuring out
him
names.
about Brad Baby. Nortman, I'm trying to find out Baby.
I'm trying to figure out if Jedi is a good name, because I'm seeing Jedi Jackson over there.
Nah, Jedi's a good nickname.
I think I like the name. We could call him Jedediah and Jedi.
Ooh, Jedediah Nortman.
Jedi,
That's a good one.
Jedi is
That's a good
cool
name. Jedediah.
Because Gina thought that it was Jedi Jackson. And at
That would
first I
be
was like,
sick.
oh, wow. But I was like, oh, Jedi.
Could you imagine Brian Jackson Churio being Jedi, like going by Jedi?
I mean, that would just be so. So I'm sitting here thinking, so KBN Nation, that was working inside my brain here the last 30 minutes. Jedi Nortman, it might work.
Well, that was the Wheel of Will. Not his best. I'm just going to say that out loud. But what is really good is I know there's a location close to Brad that he might want to go to after the PellaWI.com consultation that you guys are all going to do and stop in and see us, and then you can do this.
Oh, absolutely, because yesterday I was driving back home from the studio, and I stopped at the New Berlin location of Tsunami Express. I just had to. My car was messy. I'm a ceramic member, so I can go over and over and over every single month, unlimited amount of washes, and I'm so glad I did. My car was dirty from going up north, from just being busy in the summer, and my car went in one way, and it came out another. That is what Tsunami Express does. It is the top-of-the-line premier car wash. That's because that's what Tsunami Express does. So if you're going to want to be like me, you could be a member and be able to do as many car washes as you want, unlimited amount, for $1 monthly price. If you do it as much as you want, you can get it for less than $1 a day. And not only that, it comes with free fast lane access. I went right up, didn't even need to talk to anybody. Fast lane access, gate opened up. I was in and out in 3 minutes with my car completely transformed. It feels like a brand new car. You can take advantage of free vacuums, powerful tire air, all in a beautiful Tsunami Express car wash. There's locations all around Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, and they're continuing to expand. So if you want to be a part of Milwaukee's winning car wash team, then you need to go check out Tsunami Express. Sign up online for your first wash free and experience what wash, chill, repeat means when you go to Tsunami Express Car Wash.
Live from the Pella Windows and Doors showroom in Brookfield, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Don't go anywhere. We got 30 minutes left with you.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
You're
not young, wild, and free.
Yeah, I am young.
You're not that.
I am
Every time I ask you to do
Wild.
something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why you taking so, why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business? I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we got some slowdowns on southbound 894 coming out of the Zoo interchange all the way down to about Oklahoma Avenue. We do have a crash just past National Avenue where the left lane is blocked, so that's going to be affecting your ride for sure. On eastbound 94, you got your backups from 84th Street through the stadium. The westbound side slowing from about 16th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 41 still heavy from Appleton Avenue all the way down to about Capitol. Northbound slowing from around Mayfair Road up to about Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden this summer. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times, great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of rain or storms, partly cloudy with a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and humid with a chance of thunderstorms, a high of 84. Weather is brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, Milwaukee baseball fans, it's Saz. Hoping you'll make Saz's State House your MVP pregame spot. Skip the parking hassle, grab a rack of award-winning ribs, one of our festival-famous apps, or a sizzling smash burger. Then hop on our free shuttle to the ballpark. It's the ultimate game day upgrade. Rally with your crew and ride with us. It's Milwaukee's favorite way to play ball. Saz's State House on 5050 State, a Milwaukee tradition since 1976. Free shuttle service for all home games. The finest.
This fall, the Sandman, Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend Tour.
I feel like we're very good friends now.
Fiserv Forum, October 5th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
At IKEA Oak Creek, we love helping you make your home uniquely yours. And now, we are making it even more rewarding with new rewards from IKEA Family. With rewards, members earn points on every purchase and extra points for things like attending qualifying IKEA family events, utilizing IKEA planning services, and much more. Then use your points for great rewards, including discounts on purchases and services, and of course, delicious food. Did somebody say meatballs? IKEA is making it more rewarding than ever to be part of our family. Not a member yet? Sign up for free at IKEA.com/US and start earning.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hit it! Listen, summer is here, and that means it's time for different projects you want to do at your home. And if you need a little help with some financing, they have you covered at Citizens Bank with a great HELOC loan that you can get to knock out all those summer projects. Just having someone local to talk through all your options is so great, and that is exactly what Citizens Bank there is to do. But on top of that, listen, you're trying to open up a new banking account, they got you. They have CD accounts, they have checking accounts, they have savings accounts, they have an incredible app that you can use. You can do it all with Citizens Bank. Banking local with Citizens Bank will change your life. So check them out today at Citizens Bank, WI.bank. That's Citizens Bank, WI.bank, or just stop by a local branch and talk to somebody, and I'm telling you, you will fall in love. So visit Citizens Bank, WI.bank, because at Citizens Bank, they're an equal housing lender, and they also want you to know, bank where you belong with Citizens Bank.
It is Kyle, Brust and Nortman live from the Pella showroom in Brookfield. We have a bunch of polls out there that I'd love to hit on. For those who missed it yesterday, the fascinating poll that part-time turned full-time Will turned Billy turned Bill put out there was who is the best coach manager in the state of Wisconsin. Matt LaFleur, 34%. Pat Murphy, 62%. Doc Rivers, 1%. I was expecting other because you have Greg Gard, Shaka Smart, and Luke Fickell. He put Luke Fickell with no other options. Luke Fickell got 3%. Misclicks.
That got to be. I don't know. That's multiple people missed.
Today's poll being at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, whose Pella championship window is most open? The Brewers 5%, the Bucks 5%, the Brewers 33%, and the Packers are at 62%.
Man, I'll tell you what. I think I'm still with the Packers, but after talking to
the pitching
ninja, Rob Friedman, and hearing how he just gushes over this pitching staff and what they're capable of, and I'm seeing, Potawatomi is changing their odds at their sports book.
That's 1,500, right?
That's a huge swing in one day.
I'm wondering if I need to reconsider my vote. I think I'm still Packers, but, man, it is a razor-thin margin.
Well, did you vote?
I did vote. I did vote Packers, so I can't go back and undo it, but for being held accountable to KBN Nation.
Use the burner account, but I don't need a burner account because I was always on the Brewers train. Yes. But no, I mean, for real, though. I mean, the Milwaukee Brewers are showing us right now that they're a legitimate team, and the fact that not just what they're doing this year is that they've consistently been able to do this year after year. The Milwaukee Brewers started off slow this year, but they showed you what a competitive, great organization, a team with great culture does. They don't panic, they reset, and they realign, and they get right. And that's exactly what the Milwaukee Brewers did. That's why I'm rocking and sticking with the Milwaukee Brewers. It doesn't mean the Packers don't have a window that's open. You said which window is open more wide. See, the Packers window right now is 3/4 open. The Milwaukee Brewers is all the way up, letting that wind and that sun come all the way in.
Can you imagine the Milwaukee Brewers actually in the World Series?
Doug, I don't know what I would do.
With the Bucks?
Let's not do that.
But
I know.
With the Bucks going to the finals, there is like Packers in the Super Bowl. It makes sense, right?
Expectations.
And Bucks and the finals, there was a level of like, wow, the Bucks are in the finals. But Giannis was so good, and they were knocking on the door for so long, it like felt like they were like due for like actually going to the finals and winning. The Brewers in the World Series. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but that almost sounds like a like a dream, right? I mean, it's like to get imagine World Series T-shirts with the Brewers. It's crazy.
Brett, no, the Bucks was a dream. The Brewers are a dream as well. If you saw how the state got behind the Milwaukee Bucks, where you're talking about 100,000 people inside.
Yeah, that was nuts.
One thing about the Bucks are loved across the state, but the Brewers are second in love. It goes Packers, probably Badgers and Brewers right there.
Yeah,
but
I'd
the
agree with
whole
that.
state would get behind them. Not only would the parking lots be packed with people just wanting to be part of the atmosphere, the Deer District would also be packed with people wanting to watch Brewers games.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this right now. The whole state would go crazy if the Milwaukee Brewers made it to a World Series for the first time in over 40 years.
I would pay whatever to get in.
You know, my mom
I would
and
pay
dad,
anything.
My mom and dad were at the last one, and guess how much it cost in 1982 to go?
Oh, good question. 1982.
So you may still have the ticket.
I'm guessing it cost $40.
$19.
$19.
I would like to do something for exercise that I think is fun.
I love exercise sometimes.
Yeah.
Guess who looked up the odds before the season in 2018 for the Brewers to win the World Series?
Oh, before the season. Now, I believe I'm trying to think of how good they were the year
So right
before.
now, the Brewers are 25-1 plus 2,500.
Yeah.
They were 40-1 plus 4,000 as of yesterday, and that switched. Before the season in 2018.
Wait, let me guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me your guesses on what the Brewers were.
80-1.
I'm gonna guess plus 6,000 or 6,500.
55-1.
Oh wow, that
Okay.
is bad.
So
wow,
a team that was 55-1 before the season started went to the NLCS and almost in 7 beat the Dodgers, and very well could
I'll
have.
never forget that Game 7.
And it's just some perspective that the odds were even further behind the team that we're talking about today. Now, I guess before the season, I should look up what the odds were this year.
Yeah.
Because it probably was comparable to 2018.
I would assume so because they even had the Brewers potentially. Some people had them behind the St. Louis Cardinals. They expected a decent season, but 83 wins. That shows you they didn't expect too much from the Brewers.
The expectations were so low as you were reading all the preseason analysis and breakdown. It was Cubs that were far and ahead, the best team in the Central, which everyone was saying. But yeah, you're totally right. Everyone was like, Brewers are going to come back down to earth, and they lose, Willie Adames and all the things. So, it just goes to show that this team is potentially very special.
The
and they
Brewers'
are performing.
odds to start the season were 30 plus 3,300.
Oh, so
really?
they went up after.
Yeah.
Oh, after a rocky start, huh?
Yeah.
They didn't believe.
Yeah.
And then again, it changes based off the other NL teams.
Yeah,
because there's so many
it
teams.
looked like it was
that
so
fluctuate.
top-heavy,
It
too.
did look very like the wild card was going to be, if you didn't win your division, you weren't going to make the wild card, and
Sounds
that
like
has
y'all was
changed
scared.
significantly in the NL West.
I was never nervous.
Wait, Kyle, you're the one saying this is going to be a fun summer. I was right there with you.
Yeah, you've changed a lot in the last few days.
I was
as per usual.
I said it was going to be a fun summer. I think I'm wrong.
No,
I think I'm
I thought it was going to be a fun summer, but my expectations going up. But I'm not going to get my heart broken. If they lose, then you know what? I'm going to have fun watching.
Here's what I want to tell you right now. Is there is still time as I'm looking at Jedi Jackson bobblehead, a Brewers cribbage board, tickets to a Green Bay game at the 50-yard line of your choice with a private tailgate, tickets to Wisconsin, Iowa. If you go to PellaWI.com or stop in or call 855-PELLA-WI and set your in-home consultation that is free, you are entered to win these prizes. I think you should go to PellaWI.com and book your free consultation because you are automatically entered to win these prizes. Plus, if you complete your consultation by July 31st, you will get $2,000 off your project of $5,000 or more. This is all courtesy of Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and their Experience Center, which we're at in Brookfield. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin site, 94.5 ESPN, streaming YouTube, ESPN Milwaukee. Joining us next is the former Packer, Brian Bulaga.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
Zach Tom is one of your core players. You identify a core player early, you sign them long-term, and you get them at a better rate.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
When you're forcing guys to consistently prove it, and there's no risk on the table for them, there becomes some semblance of resentment.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wrap up the first half of the season with the Brewers as they take on the Nationals July 11th through the 13th. Kick the weekend off with the Crew's annual celebration of black culture at the Negro Leagues tribute game on Friday the 11th. Then, your next can't-miss giveaway arrives on Saturday the 12th when the first 25,000 fans will get a 90s throwback jersey presented by CBS 58. Grab your seats at Brewers.com.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
WTMJ's Brandon Snide for Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Their homecoming festival begins July 10th in Oconomowoc with 2 stages, 22 bands, 4 days, and 55 exhibitors, food trucks, and a wide variety of those icy cold beverages. This family-friendly environment also includes bingo, line dancing, 6 acres of motorcycle parking, and so much more. The 122nd Homecoming Festival begins and ends at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson in Oconomowoc. Go to WISHD.com or find them on Facebook. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American family insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Milwaukee's Theater District. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, artist in residence, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
Now, quickly, before we get to Brian Bulaga, I need full-time Billy, full-time Bill, full-time Will to hit the KBN Sports Desk. It's Kyle Brust Nortman live from the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, and one of our winners that has gone, I believe, to PellaWI.com and booked their consultation on random draw with me and Gian Adela from Pella. Michael Bode or Michael Bodie, congratulations. You have won 2 tickets to the Tundra Trio pregame tailgate party for a mutually agreed upon Green Bay home game tickets are included. You will receive this when they come to your house for your consultation. Gina is the absolute best, and so is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. We now welcome in Brian Bulaga before the Homer Hour. Brian, what's going on?
Not much. That's a pretty good gift. Gina's handing out there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, she's the GOAT, and she's given while also providing great service to your home. Brian, now, this is just a research question, and I know you've talked about it a little bit with Homer, but being out in Florida, have you seen anything about Jacob Mizorowski being in Florida?
No, I have not.
All right, so we got work to do. No, it's a good question. We got work to do. We got work to do.
Well, Brian, if I told you, baseball, if I told you a guy threw 103 miles per hour, would you be impressed?
Yeah, I'd be very impressed.
If I told you he threw 97 miles per hour as a slider, would you be impressed?
Yeah, I'd be very impressed.
Would you think it was a video game?
Yeah.
Would you think it was a video game in real life?
I don't think it's a video game. I think it's very realistic that someone can do that. I'm very impressed by it. Professional pitcher, I think there's guys that can do it. It's very rare, but there's guys that can do it and very impressive numbers.
There's guys that can do it that they don't start.
He's a starting pitcher, and it's very rare. And Jacob Mizorowski is must-see TV. So I just want you to go on Twitter X and go just look up Jacob Mizorowski, and I promise you, your mind will be blown.
Yeah, it certainly will be blown. And, shifting gears to the Green Bay Packers, there was an article that came out today on ESPN.com, and basically it handed out a grade to every team for their offseason. This includes free agency and the draft and all that. The Packers got a C+. That's fairly low, obviously, but right in the average. Now, I want to ask you, because the writer of the article goes in pretty hard about the Packers' decision on their signing of free agencies, particularly with Aaron Banks. They basically said, listen, they overpaid for him. They could have gotten someone similar for a lot less money. Oof. And even with Nate Hobbs, they said, look, he's solid, but again, they overpaid for him. So when you hear that, do you share the same opinion that maybe they reached, and particularly Aaron Banks, because that is your area of expertise, Brian, that he's not a guy that maybe they overpaid for, could have gotten somebody just as good, maybe not just as good, almost as good for a lot cheaper?
Yeah, I think the thing that we all don't really know about yet, we don't know much about Banks besides he played in this system very similarly with Shanahan for the last few years. We know that he did some good things in San Francisco. Obviously, I don't think he has any the Pro Bowl tags to his name or anything like that, which that's okay. It's hard to judge if you overpaid for someone or not until they get here and they start playing, right? I think that's the one thing in free agency. It's hard to make that assessment until they actually get to the team and start playing. And the way Green Bay very intelligently structures contracts is, did we overpay? Because they always find a way to structure these deals that they're able to get out of them in certain years that other teams really aren't, right? You look at the contract and what is it, $84 million or whatever it may be. It is a big gaudy number. It looks like it's a very, scary number if he doesn't end up performing the way we all hope he does. But if you look at the way it probably shakes out in the end, it's probably favorable in the Packers if he doesn't perform the way you would hope he does. So I don't know if you overpaid for him, but I won't make that assessment until he starts playing. Because I really don't, I don't like to make those, knee-jerk reactions just based off, what a guy gets paid right now, right off the get. Was he, like I said, was he a Pro Bowl guy in San Francisco? No, but to be honest, that team really wasn't that great last year, right? They really weren't a great team last year, and there was really no stand-up players on the team last year. The year prior, obviously, they were a pretty good team, I would say, right? They made a pretty good run the year prior. He was part of that team. So he's been a solid contributor for a 49ers team that's been pretty good. I don't know what that costs you, but obviously Green Bay saw value in that position and what he brought to it, and familiarity with the scheme that he knew in San Francisco with Shanahan and coming over to a floor scheme. So there's something to be said about that. But to judge him off of a number alone right now, it's to me it's a little harsh. And the C minus or C whatever it was overall. C plus. I think that's a little tough as well. I think that's because I think if we look at everything, right, I think the one thing we didn't address that everyone wanted the team to address was a pass rusher, right? I think we got offensive linemen, we got wide receivers, we just didn't get a pass rusher. Well, we saw the going rate for pass rushers. Myles Garrett got like $40 million a year. That wasn't in the cards. Yeah. It was never going to be in the cards. So if, say, we did go out and do that and we didn't get the other two, well, then we would have been at what grade? So it was going to be one or the other, and I think Goody did a good job addressing the other positions and hoping the guys that are in the locker room right now that he has invested in first-round picks and second contracts step up to the plate and play well. So I think that C-plus grade may be a little rough, but at the same time, guys have to step up and prove that grade wrong.
Which D lineman, talk about stepping up, which D lineman for the Green Bay Packers do you need to step up more this season? Do you need to be Rashawn Gary or Kenny Clark?
Well, I think obviously Rashawn needs to play better, but I think we're talking about like Van Ness, obviously a first-round pick that at the DN spot that I think a lot of expectation coming into this year now. What is it, his third year, second year in this scheme? I think this is a big year for him to kind of show what he's all about. I continue to say I think he has all the tools and intangibles to do it. It's just you got to go out there and do it. And then obviously Rashawn, he's shown that he could be a very high-end pass rusher in this league. He's being paid like that. Just has to go, put the numbers up. And I think Kenny's still a very, very good interior defensive